KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
We need to talk a little bit about tipping. So there was an incident involving Shake Shack. Now, it seems to have been resolved, but it was pretty interesting the way this all worked out. So this couple at Salt Lake International Airport goes to Shake Shack and they order off the kiosk.
Was that it? It was at the Salt Lake one. Ooh.
And they asserted that when they declined to leave a tip, that the machine increased the prices on their order. So the bill went up when they declined to leave a tip.
Which, by the way, why would you feel inclined to tip at a kiosk at the airport?
Shame. Embarrassment for not tipping.
Yeah.
So here's the video. Let's watch their video.
Here's the gentleman here. He's having us.
My wife says that if you don't tip at Shake Shack, they make it more expensive per item, so we're about to find out.
I know.
So they order a couple of shakes, which, by the way, is the worst thing to order at Shake Shack.
See? $5.99. We got
Don't get into this, please.
It's too late. I'm into it.
The burgers are good, though.
Burgers are good.
Cookies and cream.
The shakes are
We got
overshadowed by every other shake in Utah.
I need a milkshake. I better eat it before I go on this airplane.
Okay, so they're doing this. They're making the order.
Okay, go through the order. You see they're doing the precedent, and so now they're choosing all the stuff. Now it says this: add a tip or not. She says no, and then it goes,
there's been a pricing update on one of more of your card items.
Yeah, there's been a pricing.
Everything went up 50 cents each. 50 cents each.
Everything just went up 50 cents.
Yeah. So
Isn't that amazing?
The tip got built in.
Every item went up by 50 cents.
So this starts making its way around.
And he starts going. He starts going. Don't go here and all this. And I'm like, the thing is that I'm not surprised by any of the ruthless tipping garbage that you get from restaurants anymore.
We got a response from Shake Shack.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. And so I didn't want to just leave that out there because this really happened to this couple. And apparently it's been happening because they knew about it. They went to this saying, hey, my wife told me this. Let's check it out. So apparently this has been a thing kind of making its way around. But now they finally got it on video. So Shake Shack, they made its way back to Shake Shack. Mm-hmm. And they said that Shake Shack has no such policy for themselves or their licensees to increase the price if no tip is added. They said this: we are aware of the recent video shared online by a guest at an airport shack that is owned and operated by our licensee HMS Host. It is not Shake Shack policy nor that of our licensees to increase the price of menu items when no tip is added. HMS Host investigated the matter and determined it was an error within their kiosk technology unrelated to tipping, and they said that the issue has been resolved. Now, here's my question.
Hold on. What's that guy? What's the timeshare guy always say on our airwaves? Oh, that's a lie. That is a lie.
Now, here's...
I call BS on this.
It's going to be easy to see, right? It's easy enough to go to a Shake Shack and verify that it's been fixed.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I bet it is fixed. But here's the thing is that this is... Shake Shack is a problem here in this. This is a problem. But the overall, we're just getting like the tidal wave of, and us just standing there like just taken by the tidal wave and then sucked back into the sea of tips. You know what I mean? We have been absolutely just like, okay, whatever. And you know where so there's one of these drive-through drink places, which I can't stand anyway. But we went to one the other day. I got roped into it because I got pretzels. Right?
Yeah. You know what else they have? Flat sodas. So
I am not into it. Maybe it's because I'm just not I'm not on a soda kick right now. I'm not a big soda guy. But I went there and then they don't even say anything. They just go, they say, what's your number? I don't have a loyalty number. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's $8.98 for 2 drinks, of course, because it's $9 for 2 freaking sodas.
Flat sodas, yeah.
Here it is. And then she goes, and then this screen is for tipping, and then like puts it in your face, and like I'm like, but what am I tipping you for? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I held the card out. Meep. I held
if
the
you're
card
gonna-
out the window at the tablet you were holding.
If you're going to decline tipping, you need to make sure that you have custody of the food first.
But that's the problem is that we're all scared because they are holding your food hostage. Not that would be the thing. I know, but that's the ultimate fear that you and I grew up in is like, oh, all the fast food workers, you know what they're doing with their food back there, right?
So, so this is a problem. And in fact, it was known when I was a kid.
It's corroborated.
It was known.
Yeah.
Like this was a thing. You have to be nice because they can mess up your food. And I have a friend of mine who worked fast food, and he said he had a coworker that would do that. That would spit in people's food if they were rude.
No.
He told me that. He said, I've got this coworker.
You're
I'm
not
gonna say
helping
where
with
he
this.
worked.
You're not helping with
I'm
this.
not going to say where we work, but that's what he told me. He said, and the person who was at the register came back and said, this guy's being really rude. And he just picked up his sandwich and dropped a fat loogie on it and put it back together.
No, don't
and
say
sent it out the
fat
thing.
loogie either. You can't say that. That's basically a cuss word on the radio because it makes
And
me
I've always
nuts.
remembered that. You never mess with people who prepare your food out of eyesight. That's just safety.
It's gonna ask you a couple questions here, and they
So-
flip the screen around, and you're like, I already know what the question is, and I don't know what you've done, and then even worse,
You just hit no.
We should do, but don't. This is my point.
I
Don't do
want
that.
to.
Don't do that until you have the food.
Well, they don't give you the option.
where's
though.
my pretzels?
Then you got to
Hand my
tip.
pretzels over.
Then you got to tip. Then it's an extortion situation, and you just have to live with it.
Because that's how it is. But I don't tip
Every
a lot of
drive-through,
the time at
every
drive-thru.
drive-through has become a third world country where it's basically like getting pulled over by the police in like the 1990s. Like when you hear the stories of people getting pulled over in Mexico in the 1990s,
Well,
they're like,
if you want, you can pay the fine right here.
you know, and then they're like, or we'll just take you to jail. Straight to jail.
I'm just saying.
It is. That's
until
what it
you
is.
can see the food. Until you can see the food.
Yes.
You can't decline the tip.
So you can't do it, Caitlin. And I know you do.
I haven't been done wrong.
You don't know.
But this is
That's
just
the
like
thing you
at
don't
the
know.
drive-thru.
That's the thing you don't know.
I guess
But-
I don't know, but
But these drinks are already not.
but I
These
don't
drinks
know
are already
the term.
$10, and now it's turned into
That's the
$11.49.
thing.
And then I'm like, I guess I just. But then I also think to myself, I just bought myself peace of mind going through this miniature third world country where I've just been extorted by the soda police.
You can't know if they spit in your food unless there's someone who chews tobacco.
No.
And then you might detect it, or
Get outta here with
is
that.
chewing fresh gum, like cinnamon gum or something like that. Then you might be able to detect it when you're eating it.
Why are you doing
You might
this?
I'm
detect a little
just
bit of mint or
nice to
something.
people. That's my tip.
But we're not rude.
I'm not saying I don't tip ever.
But we're not rude. But see, that's the thing. I'm not rude going through the thing. But when they
I can
flip the screen
drop
around,
$1. I can drop $1 into the system that goes to those guys anyway to make sure that my food comes out unscathed. You know what I would love to see though
you're buying
is when they
peace of
say.
mind.
You know what I'd love to see though is when they say and then there's going to be a question for you and they spin the screen around. I would love to just see a question
How you doing?
because
It's just like
the tipping screen is not a question.
sandwich, pancakes or waffles? Question mark. That's the question that you get, and you're like,
Are you having a good day?
Yeah.
Question mark.
I have
bet-
the solution. Don't go to drive-thrus anymore. Is what I'm gonna have to do.
Now for the most
But
part,
that means I have to put shoes on when I drive, Caitlin.
but for
Nobody
the
wants
most
to
part,
do
the
that.
traditional drive-throughs, the traditional fast food drive-throughs don't ask for tips.
No, I know.
Right? McDonald's
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
No, they don't.
You know what
Absolutely
I mean?
not.
The old school
Nope.
guys, they don't ask for tips.
Because that's a
And
business
they're
decision.
doing more work. Just
right?
kidding.
And
That's
that
why. I don't
well,
know.
maybe, but that's a business decision by them because they go, our customers would go nuts. But these smaller ones go, we can get away with this for quite some time. We can get away with this. People are just gonna we're gonna flip the screen around. We're gonna make them say no to us every time there's a transaction. Every time there's a transaction. And so the Shake Shack thing is interesting because Shake Shack's saying, oh, this is a glitch in the system. This is like the glitch in the system that, it's a lie. And I'll say too, add on the layer of there being some nefarious stuff going on because of the airport, right? Isn't that the assumption? If you're buying something at the airport retail wise, you just go, again, you're being held hostage by a totally different. We're in like a different country here when I'm inside the airport.
Yes, but I want to tell you something though. Okay, the Salt Lake City International Airport, and this is what I think this is cool. They enforce a strict street pricing policy that bans food, drink, and retail vendors from price gouging. In other words, concessionaires must charge prices comparable to their non-airport storefronts in the local community. They may not inflate their prices for captive travelers.
Which this is cool. So props. I've noticed that when I flew last time.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's been a thing. I don't pay attention when I'm at the airport. I just think it's all expensive.
From the start with the new airport. It was like part of it. I don't know if it extended to the old airport too, but I do know that when they built the new airport, they said, all right, we're bringing you guys in. We're going to do this. You got to charge the same price. You can't roll in here and charge a lot more just because you're on the other side of security.
You know what would absolutely crush at an airport, and you're welcome in advance? I'm sure that other people have thought about this inside this particular brand. No. And this goes for anything, any food court, because I think that if you were to put, because you know how they had I don't know, they do at City Creek. Do they still have the taste of red iguana? Remember the taste?
I do remember.
Like
I don't know if it's still there. It's been a long time since I was at the City Creek.
If they did a mini Costco food court at the airport,
oh my gosh!
Wow.
But
the line would be so long.
If all they did was $1.50 hot dogs and drinks,
you know what though?
They need to have one in every. They need to have. It's like Hudson News. You need to have one every 14 feet.
You know what though?
What?
So I like a hot dog. I like Costco hot dog.
Here comes the.
As much as the next person.
The poo-pooing.
Look, I'm thinking about this because I love flying. I think a lot about it. I'm always trying to get on planes.
I already know where you're going. Can I already say it?
What?
We're gonna say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Hot dog burps. Caitlin, we've been doing this too long together.
I did not see that.
She's even amazed. If you and I both, as soon as you said it, I already went a few steps ahead, and then I went,
fine.
you can't.
It's fine when you go back home for the
can't do
afternoon.
it.
It's fine when you're at your desk. But when you are on that plane.
Could you imagine just a fuselage of. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. All right. You're flying around in this silver tube, and you had tube steaks right before you showed up, and then boom, there you go. You got yourself a meat burp situation. Yeah, see, it already
That's all I'm saying.
goes without saying. All right. Yeah,
But,
you know what? Bad idea. Millard, what's up next? We got to get to the next thing here. We're already behind here.
Did we already blow through that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, geez, we really did. Sorry, Caitlin.
It's okay. Don't tell me. It's the people in.
We're making Kate.
We have our ways to make it merge.
Okay.
It's all good.
Take all the references.
We'll do our tricks.
Take all the references to Shake Shack out.
All right, and then we're gonna do AI-proof jobs.
Blink out all. All you have to do is bleep out all of the word "thes" out of everything. Okay.
And it'll move real fast.
We'll be fine.
Play it at like 1.7 speed.
You're just making it longer. But
Okay, sorry. No, I thought we had already moved on. All right.
All right, let's do. CNBC has an interesting article this week. The top AI-proof jobs that require uniquely human skills.
Oh, okay.
Now, before I read this to you, do you want to take a guess on what you think might be on this list?
How many are there?
There are 10.
Okay, I've got it right in front of me. I mean, I don't have the list in front of me. I've got my own list.
So let's hear it. So read them out, and then we'll see if they match.
Masseuse. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to go massages. I'm going to go. I'm going to go pediatrician.
Okay.
I did notice how I didn't say like general practitioner. I'm going to say the busboy. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say
Like bussing tables?
Yeah.
Okay, not
Sorry.
on the bus.
What are you doing on the bus? Just driving around?
I'm the bus boy.
All right. So, yeah, bussers. Do you say busboy anymore? All right, fine.
Sure.
Then I'm going to go with other I'm trying to think of other hands-on things besides masseuse. There's obviously illegal trades that are drug dealer.
Okay.
You can't have those.
So we've got masseuse, busboy,
drug dealers,
pediatrician, drug dealer.
If somebody looked at that list, they'd be like, I don't know what this is. How many have I gotten right so far?
Let's find out. So number 1, firefighters.
Oh yeah,
median annual wage for firefighter is about $59,000. You need strength and stamina, reflexes, spatial awareness, danger detection. Number 2 is airline pilots, co-pilots, and flight engineers. Median annual wage nationwide for pilots and co-pilots. Do you know what that is?
117,000.
232,000. So it's well paid.
That's a nice chunk.
Number 3, manufactured building and mobile home installers. You need strength, stamina, reaction time, problem solving.
And actual, like swinging a hammer is a real thing.
Medium annual wage, $45,990.
That's not great.
Tree trimmers and pruners, strength, reflexes, stamina, hazard awareness. Median annual wage of $50,960. Number 5 is structural iron and steel workers. Number 6 is derrick operators in oil and gas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Derek, not Derek, not the guy Derek.
There's one.
The oil Derek.
What's your buddy Derek doing?
I operated Derek. He's all right.
He pays me about $48,000 a year. It's not great.
Did you watch Shrinking?
Oh, the newest episode or something?
Just have you seen the series?
Yeah.
Because they've got 2 Dereks.
Yeah.
And
Derek
the
the
whole
neighbor.
Derek thing is amazing.
Derek the neighbor is maybe my favorite character on TV.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 7, roof bolters.
We knew. That sounds made up.
It's actually a mining thing. Roof bolters are a mining thing, and I was not aware of this.
Okay.
Pays okay, $78,000.
Yeah.
Roughly median wage.
Anything in the mining industry, I feel like could pay you pretty well.
Commercial pilots, which I don't know what the difference is there between airline pilots.
$180,000.
$123,000.
Yeah.
Maybe they're talking about just all the different kinds of pilots.
Because you have the full guy, and then you have the first assistant.
Well, but I guess you've also got like private pilots. You've got pilots who fly for commercial purposes that are not airlines, right?
What, UPS?
Crop dusters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
or freight, right?
All right.
Freight.
Okay.
The firefighters, right? They're
These are all
firefighting
non-AI, but I would say that taking off with a cargo plane full of stuff could be an AI thing at some point, right?
Fishing and hunting workers. So I don't know where you can fish and hunt for workers, but that's apparently a thing you can
Ethan's
do.
gone full dad jokes in his ears.
Pay $61,000.
Got a chuckle out of Caitlin. Good job.
And tree fallers.
With the
I think they
not in
mean-
the pruning. That's not in the pruning industry.
I think they mean tree fellers.
Hey, feller. So they fell the tree.
'Cause you're the feller that
Falls
the tree.
Yeah. How much?
got 2 dad jokes.
I know
in
that last one didn't fall.
What'd you think,
didn't land
Kaylin?
as well.
I like dad jokes.
there. Yeah.
No, not of the dad joke, of the AI stuff.
Oh,
You know why? It's
great.
because she has a dad.
Well, I like stupid jokes.
Yeah,
Stupid joke.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. All right. Well, so the bottom line is that AI can't do some things. I'm surprised that it didn't say like junior high teacher, because that's one that needs a soft touch, and that's one that needs like in elementary school. I think high school. By the time high school comes around, you could probably have a robot teaching it. Junior high and elementary school need a softer touch. Kindergarten, softer touch.
So I hear what you're saying, but there's another way to look at this. What if junior high kids just had to deal with AI that said yes or no and didn't want to listen to any of your crap? Excuse rejected, invalid argument.
Right. So you're saying that it would actually, because kids would get into a lot less riffraff if something just said no and then moved on.
I mean, well, imagine if, and this is one of the hardest things to do with parenting.
And the AI robot gets made fun of, and it doesn't go home and get sad about it to its spouse.
I've learned this in parenting, and I'm confident you know this in parenting, although I do think you're a better dad than me. But one of the hardest things about parenting is consistency. That is so, so difficult. And our children benefit from consistency in parenting. They can detach a little bit emotionally and just be consistent in terms of expectations and in terms of accountability. And that's where we as human beings, we fail. Human beings sometimes struggle with consistency. And I'm just thinking that in that age, what if they had 100% consistency in expectation and accountability?
Yeah.
Because parents typically can't give that. We can for like short runs.
Yeah.
We can spend like a week being the most consistent parent.
So
But then
AI,
it's really easy to.
AI in the end can't be a parent either, a very good parent, I don't think.
I don't know, that can't be any
I've
worse
asked,
than me.
I know. I've asked
honestly.
AI, and I've asked AI so many parenting questions, and I've actually really liked a lot of the answers. You know why? Because it's always like, Alex, you're doing such a great job as your dad.
Number one, I just want to say how impressed I am that you'd ask this question. This is a very
You're typing
sophisticated question, and it
so
shows
smooth when you ask that question.
it shows just how much you're thinking about this and how much you care about it.
And I'm like, I am a pretty good person. And then I don't even ask it the question. I go, thanks, AI. Move on.
All you needed was a little bump.
Yeah.
This is how it gets you.
Yeah, I know, but I do love the idea of just being like, hey, knock off all the riffraff of you trying to be nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Millard, what do you have next?
All right, where are we in the time?
Yeah,
We're right on
right
time
there
for
now.
the next
We're right
segment.
on time
there
now?
Yeah. We caught up.
Okay, I'm gonna do this then we might go back to something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, although should we do one more food thing?
Well, we've got 2 topics left, so we can do the fast food. We've got time for all of it.
Okay,
And we
all
have
right.
some comments we can read, but maybe let's save them for a minute.
Okay, so this is a little bit of food analysis and a little bit of economic analysis too, because basically what we've seen is a little bit of separation in performance among the major fast food places, and it used to be that McDonald's could always pick up, and any of them really could pick up quick market share, especially in a turbulent economy like ours, by just offering some really good deals. Offer some really good deals, and boom, that brings people in. And so McDonald's rolled out some pretty well-priced breakfast items, right? They have an under $3 menu and a $4 breakfast menu.
Yeah.
But they've actually been losing ground to Taco Bell and
Burger King. Yeah.
And it's because Taco Bell and Burger King have also fallen back on some good values. Taco Bell specifically, they've offered some really great brands. They've got $5, $7, $9 meal boxes, which have been huge.
Yeah, but can you believe that like a burrito at Taco Bell now is like $4 for like just a bean burrito? Caitlin, we paid 39 cents. Ethan, right? Like when I was a kid,
I remember
like a 39, 49-cent burrito.
I remember I can go cheaper than that. I remember 25 cent soft tacos, and I remember, was it 15 or 20 cent
like a 19
crunchy tacos?
It was always like 19-cent burrito, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I know, but
that
that's what I'm
sounds
saying is that, but here's the thing is like it's not unreasonable to pay $2.50 for a burrito, but I do think that a plain bean burrito being like $2.89 or I think it's like $3.89. It's $4 for a dadgum burrito.
Well, here's what's happening is where Burger King and Taco Bell is starting to pull away a little bit from McDonald's is because while McDonald's offered some good deals, Taco Bell and Burger King rolled out good deals plus new menu items. And so what they're seeing that while people want the value, they're willing to come in for the value and then pop a couple extra bucks on something they've never really tried before.
Like the Mountain Dew pie. Remember when Taco Bell did the Baja Blast
pie.
Key lime pie? Oh yeah.
Never heard of it.
It was bright green fluorescent pie.
So is this saying that the fried apple pie isn't working and the dirty sodas aren't working for me?
No. It's interesting because they did.
The problem with the dirty sodas is
everything.
obvious.
Every drive-through you go through now, it's all throw a little cream in your soda, and you're like, man, that is wild. I would have never in a million years thought that trend would hit. Like Burger King and McDonald's and those guys, they have been forced to do stupid beverages.
Hey, by the way, I'm going to send you a photo.
But
Caitlin.
high caffeine. By the way, for those, they have huge amounts of caffeine in those the chillers or whatever it is that McDonald's is doing. Which if they get you, they get you. If you can drive through there, and that they even said that was in a space to compete with. That was trying to compete with like the flashy bright colored drinks that Starbucks does. Because Starbucks has like your regular coffee and stuff, but the real thing is that when they go through, they'll charge you $6.50.
They have the chillers and the whatever.
They'll charge you $6.50 for a pink drink that's got foam on top, or a purple and pink sparkly drink, and they'll hit you with that.
Yeah.
And McDonald's is like, we'll charge you $3.50 for it, and you'll come through here, and we'll put just as much caffeine in it.
I remember taking Ruby to Dunkin' Donuts just so that she could try this crazy pink drink that was themed for a young woman who's a singer.
Oh,
Megan Maroney?
Kesha.
No. She's really short. She has blonde hair.
Katy
Megan
Perry.
Maroney? I don't know, man. She's just been everywhere.
Is she the? I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, she had a drink at Dunkin' Donuts, and they got my money. I texted you a photo, and I wanted to. Just while we're wrapping this conversation up, Caitlin's going to tee up
Sabrina
a photo.
Carpenter.
Standby.
Sabrina
Oh.
Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter. That's exactly who it was. Now
It's the brown sugar shake and espresso.
That's Starbucks drink.
Oh, sorry.
But did they steal it? Is my
It
question.
was something like
I
that.
guess
Am
we
I
don't
saying
have
it?
to get worried about
No,
that.
Dunkin' had a collab with for a limited edition Sabrina's brown sugar shake and
Yeah,
espresso.
that was
there was that, and then there was also the Sabrina's brown sugar shake and espresso was December 2024. In summer 2025, and this is what we got, was Sabrina's strawberry daydream refresher.
Oh, okay.
That's what we got because I remember it was pink.
Oh, okay.
And I never go to Dunkin'.
It's because they freeze their donuts and unfreeze
It's
them.
because I know of a half a dozen different donuts in this valley that are better than Dunkin' Donuts, and so I'd prefer to go there. But they got my money on that because it was Sabrina Carpenter, because my daughter is 16. Back then she was still 14, I think, but 15. All right. But speaking of dirty sodas, I wanted to show you this photograph.
What is this a picture of?
So I was in Draper over the weekend. I had to go to IKEA. Mm-hmm. And so we're driving back from IKEA, and we stop at...
You didn't have to go to IKEA.
Sounds terrible.
The police told me I had to go. So I was at IKEA, and then on the way home we stopped at Holiday Oil, which I like Holiday Oil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're a Sinclair Holiday Oil guy. You're a big local guy.
Although Holiday Oil has flipped all their gas now. Their gas is
Wyoming.
not
Is it
Sinclair
Wyoming
anymore.
gas?
It's other companies. They're not Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
There might be some Sinclair, but they used to be kind of reliably Sinclair, but not anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, I've been buying my gas at Smith's anyway because I get the credit from the groceries. But
I love that after everything of you trying to stand pat with local oil companies, it's now turned into I get better points at Smith's.
Well,
so I buy my Chinese gas from Smith's.
Well, but because you remember what it was. It was the war on terror. That's
right.
What we were all up in our heads about. Are we filling up our tanks with terrorist gas?
All right, explain what we're seeing on the camera here for people who are listening on the radio.
So we stop at Holiday Oil to get a fountain drink. And I don't know if you can see, this is the tray underneath the fountain drink. And you see what's in there in the bottom and then up near the top?
Are those lemon slices?
Those are lemon slices on the bottom and lime wedges on the top. So Holiday Oil has this thing where they have these little containers of lemon slices and lime wedges, and you can squeeze them in.
Yeah.
And people just show up and they dump their ice in those trays, and they just dump out the limes and the lemons right into the tray underneath the fountain.
I thought, Caitlin, you tell me, did you think that this was some sort of a thing that Holiday Oil was doing as a sanitary? I thought they were like, look, this starts to stink after a while. We put the lemon in here.
It's a good idea until it's
maybe that's what it was. You don't know.
No,
that's
exactly what that was. I've seen this too.
This is the equivalent of people not returning their shopping carts.
Yes, I mean, who are these animals that just dump that in there? Because then some employee has to go in and pick those out with their fingers.
You know what? It's a weird way to thank Holiday Oil for still doing actual slices, because most gas stations do not do real slices anymore.
No. And you know what? If I were the owner of that Holiday Oil,
you'd say, we're not doing it anymore.
I would put up a sign that says,
"Stop throwing your lemons and limes in here. Yeah. Otherwise, we're not going to do them anymore."
I mean, come on, women of Draper.
And men. I bet you men are involved. But more
that's
so.
My favorite quote of the day.
Is it both?
I'm going to blame Dad Talk.
Hold on. Hot dog burps and
women of Draper.
No, women of Draper, but then Caitlin also going, I also blame the men.
I just think that they like
men,
dirty
I think men were also involved. I think that's a good.
But you're probably correct.
My favorite conversation.
I wouldn't dump that in there.
Well, I here's the thing is like I said, I'm actually a big fan of the fact that now, if there was something like this by me where they put limes and lemons out still, because COVID killed lemons and limes at a lot of these places. So when COVID hit, do you remember? So Maverick moved to the crystallized,
the true lemon,
true lemon, which I love, by the way.
Oh yeah, those are great.
But they've bagged those now, even.
Really?
Yeah, they're not. Those aren't to be found anywhere either.
You know why? I bet they were underused.
But I think they're also kind of like, hey, it's a little bit pricey. We're ordering a gross of this, and then people are stuffing them in their pockets, guaranteed, taking them home. They've become like the Chick-fil-A sauce at your house in the drawer.
I've never once used the limes or the lemons at the Holiday Oil.
I'm a lime guy.
Kind of makes
I'm
me
not
think
really a
of
lemon.
like the snacks that would be at like a bar, which I don't think those exist anymore, but you just don't want to touch them.
Like pretzels or peanuts.
And peanuts.
Yeah.
The stuff, and they put those out there so that you got more thirsty. They're like, well, the saltiest thing you can get, we're gonna get it.
The only thing that I really use in terms of flavoring at the gas station is I'll use a sugar-free coconut and a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I will make
coconut
my own dirty
Mountain
sodas
Dew.
at gas
I don't
stations
do it
they're
anymore.
cheaper.
I don't do it anymore. I
If I
used to
do.
do so much half and half in my drinks. I was like, this is great.
You did really?
Oh, I was such a fat idiot with it. It was terrible because I would get my jam was when I was on this huge soda kick.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who have way bigger soda kicks than you could ever imagine that you're even having. But like, I never got the 64 ounce one. I would just get like the 32 ounce, but I would go Diet Mountain Dew up to about this much left. And I left that much. I probably had 300 calories of half and half at the top of that
I've
drink.
never tried it with Mountain Dew.
Because it tastes like a, if you were to make like a Mountain Dew float, you know what I mean? Like it was that vanilla-y, creamy, it was super tasty. But it was also weird because I had all these cups that had this film in them all the time.
Yeah.
You can't use those as refill cups ever, by the way. You can't go, oh, I got my new refill cup. I'm never going to wash it.
Yeah, you can't refill there.
You're not going to eat. It was so gross. And they would start getting yucky. They would start getting curdled in my car because I wouldn't finish them. Look on Caitlin's face. And
making Mountain Dew cheese.
yeah, you know what? You're welcome, Beaver. What's the name of the creamery down there? If they don't start making Mountain Dew cheese,
take it to your buddies at BYU Creamery.
we got this Mountain Dew
They
cheese.
can do caffeine now at BYU.
Yeah, but I think
legal now.
it's a Coke company, so they got to do Coke.
Mellow Yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
Mellow Yellow
Yeah,
cheese.
doesn't track as well.
So, yeah, I like the coconut and the Mountain Dew because it tastes like summer.
Okay.
Because it tastes like sunscreen.
Do we have one? It does.
You know.
It tastes like the ladies at the.
It tastes
at
like
the
Hawaiian
water park.
Tropic.
It tastes like the ladies at the water park smell when they walk by you.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's what
good,
it tastes like.
Did we move on to the last topic here, or do we have a last topic here
Let's
for
move
you?
on. We
All right.
can do
Oh!
Pop Darts, and we have.
Excuse you?
comments.
We're doing Pop Darts.
Now, what's good is that you just mentioned Pop Darts, and it's not food. So explain.
I saw this video online, and I cannot believe that this is a thing. I mean, what is this? Like, how far down in the ESPN channels do you have to get before you see this this sport?
We've always joked about the Ocho, but this is a real. I will say though that it's actually really, really kind of fun looking. It's a. Here we go. Pop Darts. Here's what it is. And these are 14-year-olds, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Okay,
there's some
boom,
adults
look at
that do it too.
Oh, for sure. I've watched some videos that was a terrible throw. They're getting close here. Now watch this next throw because it's wild. Look at that. That's what they call a. So he hit it right on the top of the other one. Does that win the whole tournament, or how does that work?
So you get more points for it. But here's why I can't take this seriously, because
Why?
you know how they score these?
Why?
So what that kid did was what's called a wiggle knobber.
Wiggle knobber. Okay.
So a wiggle knobber is where you land your dart on top of another dart.
Right. And so it's a knobber is just the one, like if you hit the main rubber
If you hit the
thing in
main
middle.
rubber thing, that's a T-knobber.
Oh, a T-knobber. Okay.
You can do a T-knobber, you can do a wiggle knobber.
Wiggle knobber.
There are a number of other
Stop.
silly terms.
Don't. Come on. This is a serious sport.
It's getting out of hand.
My question is, what are you going to say about the scoring? Because that's cool. But I will say that this is something that crops up because we have cameras, and we film everything. Because this would never have gotten past the frat house that it was invented in, or the 14-year-old house that it was invented in, because no one would film it and put it online and go, I'm going to try that myself. Because those little wiggly suction cup things have nothing to do with this game, but I bet that they've taken off sales-wise because of this.
You know what I would rather watch? I would rather watch kids flipping water bottles.
Well, I was just about
That
to say,
is what
do you
it is.
remember the cup stacking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that still a thing? Because I used to do that when I was in elementary school, and it was so much
The
fun.
like speed
and it's
stacking.
like a real sport,
the
but I don't know
speed
if it is
stacking and
anymore.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's reminding me of this type of.
This is where the professional cornhole league was born. Was this kind of it got this kind of attention? By the way, you remember the double amputee that murdered a guy? The professional cornholer who was the quadruple amputee who murdered a guy. That was.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Is this a movie you watched?
No, you need no. Caitlin,
Is this related to the sports?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Look, you make somebody famous.
I'm going to need more
Crazy stuff will
details.
happen. Well,
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
need
you
more
what it is.
details because this is not.
I can't believe you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
I probably maybe I
cornhole.
do.
At least cornhole combines the dignity of bowling with
the dignity. There's no dignity in bowling. Dayton James Weber is a quadruple amputee who became a cornhole champion, but also recently made headlines due to a fatal shooting incident.
This sounds familiar to me now. Okay, I do feel like I
Starting to
remember
track?
this.
All right, look it
How-
up. Okay.
Well,
Do you want? You have all the same questions we do.
The point was, I feel like, do we ever draw the line at sports? But then it took a turn.
No,
so.
but here's why it
No,
took a
you gotta
turn,
tell
because
me.
we made somebody famous off of cornhole. You're wondering how he shot the person?
And how he played cornhole. How did you do any of
Lots
this?
of questions.
I'm just going to refer you.
Are these details not forthcoming?
It doesn't
Well,
matter. It
it
doesn't
wasn't-
matter.
it wasn't
I've
for the
watched. I've
segment.
actually watched a lot of videos on it, and so he has use of, like, he's missing all of his limbs normally, and he would kind of use it to put together, and he would kind of toss it right here.
Oh,
like
I
this.
see what you're saying.
So, anyway, just use the internet wisely today, Ethan, and just go look it up, because the mugshot is quite wild. And when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, he's way into guns," you're like, "What?"
So is he convicted?
Doesn't say that. It says that the incident occurred during an argument inside a vehicle. Again, 2 witnesses in the back of the seat reported the shooting to the authorities. Fled to Virginia. This is all fascinating, right?
Yeah.
His attorney claims that he was acting in self-defense, and
Which is why he ran, probably.
yeah, I know. I just got nervous. So they say the quadruple amputee and cornhole champion, of course, has been much of the theme of discussion on the internet, as people want to know, how is it that he shot somebody? How is it that he was a professional cornhole?
Well, you know what? Good for him for overcoming those challenges to
Okay, who's worse?
become a murderer.
Well, think about it. You had Pistorius. Do you remember that guy who had the Blade Runner?
Yeah, you're right.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, he shot his girlfriend.
Shot his girlfriend, killed his girlfriend, and then you got this guy.
And he's out
quadruple
now.
amputee.
Isn't Pistorius out?
I can't remember if he was out or not, but
I think he's out.
Right.
I think Pistorius is out of prison.
Caitlin, did we want to do the dog thing here? Did we want to?
Let's save it. We have a a couple comments we can read
Let's
that
read
we
the
haven't
comments.
been reading at all.
Oh, sorry.
The first one, I just want to. Is this correct with your memory? Guy's Facebook memories reminded me that 10 years ago tonight was the last official Nightside Project program on KSL.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
Does
That
that
was
sound
10
correct? I don't know.
Yeah, something like
Haven't
that.
fact.
Mhm.
Wow.
That is from SW Southerlands. I don't know.
Well, I'll say Facebook has been a weird dive. In fact, we should
I
probably
should
try
pull
to
this
put.
up.
We should
There's
probably
more
try to pick
comments
up.
just engaging with our tipping, but let me go pull that picture up
Okay,
because
so
it's funny.
she's gonna pull up a picture from even I think 12 or 15 or maybe even 18 years ago, when we had to do promotional pictures with the rest of the radio team, and we had no business being in these promotional pictures because we were not just the new guys. We were like
children.
we were kids, and we had no business sitting in a photography shoot with Doug Wright, Scott and Maria, Grant and Amanda. Am I getting everybody there? And
Scott
then you and I.
Maria-
Scott, Maria, Grant, and Amanda, Doug Wright, and you and I.
And
Okay.
you and me. And
So-
Maria. Oh, yeah, you said Maria.
Yeah, because it was Scott and Maria back then in the
Can
afternoon.
you
Okay.
recognize the
Can
people in
you-
this photo? I actually didn't until I took a closer
Can you
look.
not? Okay, so you've got top right. You've got Ethan, who apparently was doing the GLP-1s before GLP-1s were even invented.
This was posted by Amanda Dixon, by the way.
I was
So
a
yeah,
baby.
Amanda posted it and was like, "Hey, look at that." But look at Grant Nielsen on the far right, Scott Seeger in the olive green shirt. They asked Ethan and I. Apparently, they're like, "Can you guys both roll up in brown, and then we're gonna make fun of you?"
You know, I think they gave
What
us
was the
those
date?
shirts.
What's the date on this? What's the date on this?
I don't know. She just posted this.
Did she say it was like a certain time? Oh my goodness. Okay, so same thing.
I'll ask her though.
All right, so that's all of us. Now, my face on this picture is being hidden by our old general manager, who decided to get in the picture because, general managers getting in pictures, that was totally a thing.
Yeah.
But I will say, by the way,
Who's that to the right, on the far right? Is that Sue
that's,
Kelly?
No,
That's
that's
Maria.
Maria.
Oh, that's Maria.
Yeah. So
Maria Chaleos.
that was Maria Chaleos, and Grant is all the way to the far left. Doug, I don't know if he was joking and pulled his pants up for that shot or something. I don't know what we're all. Anyway, bottom line is that this picture was probably from 20 years ago because it had to have been 20 years ago.
You know who never looked old to me? Grant.
Yeah, I saw him at a Sam's Club maybe 6 months ago, and we had it was a joyous reunion. Grant Nielsen is the nicest freaking guy. Every one of these people we had a good relationship with.
They
while
were
we were
so
working.
good. When we joined the team, they were so good to us.
Super nice.
They all were so good
And,
to us. Yeah.
and obviously the people that still remain in the building, you and I, of course, some weird freaking way. Amanda Dixon and Maria Chaleos. Now it's proper that Amanda and Maria are also still here in the building and we see Doug periodically, but Maria and Amanda are the pillars of this station. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
But just looking at that photo,
yeah,
and then doing this here now, it just
That was pre-LASIK for me, too.
It reinforces, your glasses. I remember your glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And the goatee.
The goatee was so dumb. Why do I have a leisure suit on? Like, what are we wearing?
I think they gave us those shirts.
I like.
There's no way. There's no way that they were like, you need a 3X giant brown
We've
shirt.
got
I'm confident
Maria
they
in
gave
the
us those
purple
shirts.
lavender, Alex in a brown sweater vest, and
the
Ethan in a gold bronze silky long sleeve
With
shirt.
the big
There's
floppy
red,
collar.
green,
collar.
brown, and Amanda in bright orange.
Because they told everybody, they go, oh, gem colors, the gem colors. Remember that? It was everything was gem colors at everything.
I honestly think they bought they provided these shirts, but
Yeah.
here's my point about this, though, is looking how all this worked out. And this is something that I periodically have reinforced. And this is what I want my kids to understand, too, is that life is going to take you in really weird directions, and you kind of have to let it. You kind of have to just let it be something that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
And, my work here at KSL is one of the weirdest things. It's been great. It's been really cool. And especially as a kid who grew up here, being able to do this at KSL is phenomenal.
I agree.
Just phenomenal.
I agree.
And it's weird that I get to do it.
What's weird is that was honestly, that must have been 20 years ago. And
it
again,
is 20 years
if you
ago.
go, well, and we don't have time for it, but if you went back and looked at that picture, that our old general manager, those were the last two people standing. Like, basically, we had a couple. I think we had, like, Chase Larson was producing. I think maybe Paul McCarty was still producing. Maybe. I don't even know at that point. But there were two of us out of 12 that lasted, and she had to let groups of 2 or 3 of them go every 5 seconds, it felt like.
Yeah.
They were firing former Nightside Project people left and right.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was Survivor.
I know.
Is what it was. It was
I know.
just
What's weird
periodically.
is, yeah, and then here we are. All right, we're going to take the break here. We'll come back. We'll post that picture, but I think we should post that picture on our...
I'll share it right now
on
before
our,
I leave.
we do it on Facebook, but also see if you can get a picture, put it on our Brightside Instagram, because that's where I'm going to show people that I know. I'm going to share that thing. All right, we will be downstairs. We got lots going on in the program downstairs today. We have tons of fun to be able to have. We're going to try to refine our comment section theater that we started up yesterday, so you don't miss any of it. Go over to or keep the stream on, keep listening there, or go over to the airwaves. 1 to 3 o'clock every day is KSL Brightside. Hey, throw us a subscribe on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on there, because we're trying to get to a big chunk of subscribers.
Yeah, I want 1,000, but like for our next
I want a
milestone, let's try to get to 500.
I want to get a bunch.
I know there are people out there. Just make sure you're subscribed. If you're
Start
watching.
subscribing. Hit the notification button, and that will show you when Ethan's face is going to be on the screen. So for Ethan and Caitlin, we'll be downstairs in just a few minutes. It is KSL Brightside.
Take an active role in those teens learning how to drive. Follow those graduated driver license laws. Make sure they're not having passengers in the car for those first 6 months. Make sure they're not driving in the middle of the night. All of these factors point to more crashes, and so we want those teens to avoid those situations as they're learning to drive.
Well, thanks for joining me live, Jason. We've been hearing from Jason Mettman with the Highway Safety Office for the KSL In Depth. KSL News Time 1249. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 9s, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
We do have a crash northbound I-215's west belt just after the 201 freeway. They are out of traffic in the right shoulder behind some construction cones, so there's no delays behind them. We do have a little bit of slowdown starting up on northbound I-15 just after 600 north as you try to get out of Salt Lake and go into Davis County. There may be a crash there, but otherwise your freeways look good. No slowdowns on I-15 in Utah and Weber counties. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. I have quite the cooling trend with some rain chances mixed in. Today's going to be 98, so definitely warm, and mostly cloudy by afternoon. Slight chance for a pop-up. Better chances for thunderstorms on Wednesday, 93. Scattered storms likely on Thursday, 83 for a high. down to 82 on Friday. Isolated storms in the forecast. We start to dry things out on Saturday, 85, partly cloudy. Sunday, 88, partly cloudy skies, and a mixture of sunshine and passing clouds Monday, 90 degrees. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now, it's 95 degrees and partly sunny in Salt Lake City. The 7-day forecast brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful.
Combination of foods. Plus, it's easy to follow with great resources to help keep you accountable. They have a great app. It gives you daily ideas of how to be successful and also how to make food that really tastes good. Because if you get bored with your food, of course, you're going to fall off that diet. Just go to slcfatloss.com to learn more or call them 801-450-1882. Wouldn't it be great to lose up to a pound per day? Go to slcfatloss.com, slcfatloss.com.
My friend Joey loves to use old familiar sayings.
You know what they say.
The problem is,
don't look at a gift horse because you can't make them drink.
He gets a lot of them mixed up.
People who live in glass houses,
here it comes,
shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
There are also a lot of sayings in the financial world like, you'll pay lower taxes in retirement. But for many people, it's just not true. You may have done a great job saving in that 401k or IRA, but Uncle Sam is ready to grab a big portion of that money. The team at Galileo Wealth Management can help with strategies that you can start now to lower your tax bill in the future. More for you and less for Uncle Sam.
Or as they say, an apple a day is worth two in the bush.
Get the facts on your tax bill in retirement. Call Galileo Wealth today at 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online at GalileoWealth.com.
And remember, a stitch in time keeps the doctor away. It does, you know.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
KSL News Time 12:53. A TikTok video that's gone viral shows a couple using the self-pay kiosk at the Shake Shack at the Salt Lake International Airport. After putting in their order and checking the price, they chose not to tip and get a message warning them that there had been a pricing update.
Every item went up by 50 cents.
Shake Shack tells USA Today in a statement it does not increase prices or add surcharge penalties to orders placed by customers who choose not to tip. The company says the licensee looked into the problem and discovered the price increase was the result of an error unrelated to tipping and that the problem had been fixed. Watching Utah's money, Domino's is trying to win pizza lovers over by introducing personal pan pizzas not meant for sharing. The Wall Street Journal says it hopes to lure in customers who are looking for a meal for one. It comes after flat sales last month and quarter. Thrifting is going next level with some Savers locations launching AI pricing tools. CNBC reports the new program called Thrift IQ helps employees price items, making things easier and keeping pricing consistent. The USDA is recalling almost 30,000 pounds of raw beef. Food Safety and Inspection Services say the meat imported from South America missed routine inspections. Fox Business says no one has reported any kind of sickness from the beef. Your money at this moment, the market's still off. The Dow has lost a little bit more than 0.25%, losing 153 points, and the S&P has lost 27 points. The NASDAQ is off 186 points. Oil right now sitting at $83 a barrel. A new recall for one of the most popular vehicles in the world.
Toyota is recalling certain recent versions of the Camry over concerns the instrument cluster could fail when starting the car, knocking out power to things like the hazard lights and the seatbelt reminder. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says this increases the risk of a crash. More than 500,000 of the popular sedans are being recalled from the 2025 and 2026 model years. Toyota says it'll notify owners by September 21st and that dealers will fix the issue through a software update. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Bad driving habits are hard to break, but good driving habits are easy to form, especially when they can lead to a discount on your auto insurance. With Farm Bureau Financial Services, the safer you drive, the more you save. Drivers like you are saving an average of $351 per vehicle. So buckle up, learn more, and find an agent at fbfs.com/save. Individual savings results may vary. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Looking to transform your kitchen or bathroom? Discover the difference at AMC Building Materials. New arrivals are here. Explore the latest shaker-style cabinets, sleek European-style flat panel cabinets, and beautiful new quartz countertops in today's most popular colors. With a 25,000 square foot showroom and a warehouse in Salt Lake City, AMC keeps a wide selection of the most popular cabinets and countertops in stock. So many in-stock cabinet styles are available for same-day purchase and pickup, making it easy to start your project right away. Enjoy factory direct pricing, free design, free in-home measurements, and expert installation. Most remodeling projects are completed in as little as 10 days. Visit the AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West or schedule your free estimate today at amckitchensaltlakecity.com. AMC Building Materials. Come see the difference today.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Everything to my back is dark.
High in the alpine wilderness.
The ridgeline is imposing, the escarpments, the drops.
A place where survival,
it's dark now, I have nothing,
is never certain. In 2011, an Australian hiker vanished.
Did he really make a wrong turn, or did he decide that he was done?
You have done this walk too, but this is your backyard.
The mountains have decided to keep him.
Find and follow the podcast series Uinta Triangle, wherever you get your podcasts.
KSL News Time 12:59. Traffic and weather together, brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
There's no delays, but we do still see this crash on northbound I-215's west belt at 2100 south. And they are in the right shoulder behind the construction cones in that construction zone. So, again, it's not slow, but do watch out as you come through there and give them the space. I-15 running without delay both directions between Ogden and Provo. It's just some regular slowdowns to expect, some light and scattered delays both directions of Pioneer Crossing through Lehigh, especially westbound, though, approaching Mountain View Corridor and Corey Ride Highway. That's maybe a little slower than usual. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
All right, warm today, a high of 98 degrees, but tomorrow it starts this cooling trend. It'll be nice and refreshing, only getting to the low 90s tomorrow and then 80s Thursday and Friday. There are also chances of rain along with that. Right now in Salt Lake City, it's 93 degrees, and let's take a look at a few other places around the state. Let's see, St. George, we're at 95. Let's see, up high in Logan, 89. Stay tuned for the Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top story this hour. Local health officials are asking that people do more to protect themselves against measles as kids are returning to school. KSL News Radio's McKenna Rodriguez has details.
Utah measles cases continue to rise, with the state now holding the title of second highest number of cases in the country, just over 500 this year. Family medicine Dr. Jordan Roberts says Utah is a measles hotspot simply because we have low rates of vaccination against measles, and it's the most contagious virus that affects people. And as kids return to school, outbreaks could happen again, despite what Roberts described as a relatively quiet summer for new cases.
Roberts is asking people to recognize symptoms, get tested, and isolate from others if you do get sick. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Some lawmakers are calling for prediction market websites to crack down on wildfire betting. That's after sites like Wildfire and Polymarket allowed users to bet on when and where the next wildfires would take place. Lawmakers say more than 1.2 million bets were placed on LA wildfires just last year. Toyota is recalling some recent Camrys over concerns about a possible instrument cluster fail that could knock out power to things like your hazard lights. It affects more than 500,000 Camry sedans from the last 2 model years. If you're affected, Toyota will be sending you a note in the mail. Your money at this moment, the Dow down 170 points, the S&P 500 down about 1/3%, the NASDAQ down at 193 points. Coming up, it's cooler today, if the upper 90s counts as cooler. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time 101.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
If you're between 55 and 64, this could be one of the most important 6 minutes of your day. Medicare may still be a few years away, but avoid overpaying for health insurance now and ahead. Right now, many Utah residents are missing out on healthcare options that could significantly reduce their monthly costs. Marketplace plans with subsidies, short-term healthcare coverage that can bridge the gap for up to 3 years, and low-cost indemnity plans that could potentially save you hundreds or $1,000 plus per month. The question is, how much could you be saving? Find out at a free educational event at the Murray Library on August 25th at 6 p.m. You'll learn about your options, get your questions answered, and discover whether you're paying more than you need to. Visit PlanWellUtah.com now. Seats are limited and registration is required. Go to PlanWellUtah.com right now to reserve your spot. That's PlanWellUtah.com. Don't overpay for health insurance or Medicare. Start saving today.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
That crash on northbound I-215 is still there in the right shoulder right after the 201 freeway, not causing any slowdowns. It does slow down maybe a little bit north 215's westbound as you approach I-80 in that construction zone. I-15 running without delay between Ogden and Provo, but there are some normal slowdowns to expect. Mountain View corridor, a little slow, both directions at 3500 south. Same story on Bangerter Highway, and then continued scattered delays up to the 201 freeway. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We have a chance for an afternoon thunderstorm today, our high 98. Tomorrow, more of a chance. We'll top out at 93. Then we're going to be in the lower 80s for Thursday and Friday. Right now, you've got partly cloudy skies and 94 degrees. I'm Becky Bruce from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
And you're sure management's okay with this?
And Alex Keary.
I thought you cleared it with them.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. We sure do appreciate it. And Alex, on this Tuesday afternoon, What do you say we just jump right in with the three things you need to know?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Corey's hitting the wheels of steel over there, so let's jump in officially.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The Three Things.
All right, some interesting news out of Intermountain Health. The oncologists up there say that they have a new drug to treat pancreatic cancer and may be a game changer. Now, pancreatic cancer is one of the most deadly cancers there are, has the lowest, among the lowest survival rate. About 67,000 Americans are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and more than 52,000 die from the disease annually. And they've got this new drug, daraxonrasib. Apparently, it is nearly doubling patient survival rates in initial clinical trials.
So the thing that makes pancreatic cancer tough is that the symptoms start to manifest when it is pretty far down the line.
Pretty far advanced, yeah.
And you know, it'll give a little bit of a... So last year, I mean, just to give you a nice little... It's not a HIPAA violation because I'm talking about myself, all right?
Yeah.
So you guys, some medical info. You ready? On somebody. Tune your ear. Be like, ooh. So I went and did I was having some sort of issues, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I was freaked out because I had to get, the full scan and do the full thing. And I was nervous that it was because gallbladder stuff will kind of come across in that same area, and it'll give some of those same types of symptoms.
Yeah.
So good luck Googling in the middle of the night. Good luck WebMDing those types of symptoms when it turned out it was gallstones for me, but there are people who have those things, and I was freaked for a good handful of days.
Yeah.
And I finally got that call from my doctor. I was like, oof. But I'll tell you, it's because I know so many people. BYU's former head basketball coach Dave Rose, hit with a pancreatic cancer diagnosis, and he is one of the few people that I know that had a super good prognosis after all the treatments that he went through and all those, because it's almost a guaranteed death sentence most of the time.
Yeah.
This is insanely good news for people who are going down that path.
Yeah, Dr. Jones, Ned Jones, an Intermountain Health hematologist, oncologist at Intermountain St. Mary's Hospital in Colorado, said, "We are thrilled to have early access to a promising and desperately needed therapy for our patients with pancreatic cancer." Did I ever tell you about the time about my own scare I went in to see the doctor about?
You had appendicitis. Yes.
Well, that was years ago.
Oh, sorry.
This was more recently.
I'm giving away all sorts of...
I had a lump in my armpit.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. I felt it in the shower. I'm like, that's it.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. I'm done.
You're like, plus I touched it. Obviously, as I pushed it, I got more cancer pushed around the body.
That's
obviously.
Right. So I call the doctor. I say, hey, I'm worried about this. And, the doctor's usually like, oh, well, come in 2 weeks. And I'm talking to the nurse. She goes, "Oh my goodness. Okay, well, can you come in this afternoon?" And that just reinforced my anxiety, right? Because I'm thinking, oh, she knows. Even she knows. And I go in. The doctor comes in. He's got this concerned look on his face. Tell me what's wrong. And I say, I got this lump in my armpit. I take my shirt off. I raise up my arm, and this is so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm sharing this story. And he looks at my armpit, and he goes, "Well, have you looked at it in the mirror?"
Oh boy.
And I said, "No." He said, "It's an ingrown hair."
Oh, my.
And then he reached up and grabbed it. Which I guess is a method of treatment.
Yeah. No, TMI.
It was briefly pain, but you know what I did? I walked out of there cancer-free. I felt amazing.
You rang the bell.
I walked out of there.
You can't do that. They're like, you cannot do that. You cannot be that guy.
Mm-hmm, All right. The number 2 thing, if you're looking for a home of any size, you should try buying in Utah. The size of the average home for sale in Utah is 2,440 square feet, which is the second largest in the United States. And it's 20.55% larger than what's being offered nationwide. So our homes for sale are on average 20% larger, just over 20% larger than the national average of homes for sale right now. The state with the smallest average listing size, what state do you think is offering the smallest average home for sale right now?
I would say it would be something with a lot of inner city, so like either Illinois or New York, along those lines.
Yeah, kind of close. Pennsylvania, next door to New York.
All right.
And part of that New York metro area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the smallest average listing size is out of Pennsylvania right now, averaging 1,576.
So is that because we just have big homes here? That just in general we have big homes?
I think. Well, I mean, yes. Obviously, we have bigger homes.
You and I went down this weird road where we were shopping for. We were needlessly shopping for. After you said that you went to Louisville and it was amazing, you and I both were like, "Let's go look at the housing situation there in Louisville."
It's amazing.
It's not just giant homes that are for sale. It's also they're like also on 1.7 acres. You're like,
anyway,
what?
It's right on the Ohio River.
Yeah,
and it's enormous, and it's there's trees everywhere. The grass is
cheaper
green.
than the one you bought 4 years ago. Yeah.
In Salt
all
Lake.
of those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is incredible. Yeah. It really is incredible. So, I mean, obviously, Alex, we do have larger homes. What's interesting is, do we still have the largest families? Because we don't have big families like we used to. You know, we have kind of we're going down the path that so many other places have, and that is when you get more prosperous, you tend to have fewer kids. And
speak for yourself. Yeah. I guess you can do the math on how prosperous we are at my house with the 7 kids. I was like, whoa.
But you know, in the Western world, the declining birth rate is a thing,
for
right?
sure.
And it's the case in Utah as well. And so, I don't know. I mean, obviously the homes are bigger. I would traditionally say, well, we have bigger homes because we have bigger families. But I don't necessarily know that that's
I don't know
the
what
case.
the average number is. I'm sure we still have more children per household than any of the other 50 states. I would imagine it has to be higher than most at least. But, yeah, it's interesting to see how that thing plays out. But the fact that we build bigger houses here, it's not a shock. I mean, we want to have the amount of space that's being put in new builds is crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of space that they're putting there it's a single family home and they have two kids. They're thinking about having a third. Better make it 5,500 square feet.
You want to know what I'm looking forward to? Condo.
Oh, you're looking forward to condo living?
Condo living.
Like a 55 plus community?
I think I would do amazing in apartments and condos.
Have you thought about
like a nice size one, like maybe a 2-bedroom condo?
Yeah.
And I think I'd love it. Balcony.
Like here in Utah, or are you talking about
sure,
like
anywhere?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here in Utah, I don't care. Is
your wife on board, or is she going to want to have a house where the kids can come back and bring their grandkids?
I need to talk her out of that.
Oh, so she's down now because are you guys in a house that she feels like could be the forever home?
Yeah, sure.
That neighborhood's that's pretty tough to move away from that neighborhood.
We have a very nice street. We like it a lot. Kind of a lot of stairs, for an old guy.
Oh, I thought you meant in the neighborhood. There's tons of stairs everywhere in the neighborhood.
Kind of a lot of stairs in my home, but a lot of families they keep big homes longer than what fits their lifestyle because they think that I need a place for everyone to gather. But how often does everyone gather? If it really is all the time, then great. But for so many families, you see, they end up with a group of people like maybe once or twice a year, and is that a reason?
I told you my wife's conversation that we had the other day, and I thought it was spot on, and I think it's probably the real direction of things. She was like, "Can you believe we have these kids that they're gonna start graduating from high school? Like, I mean, we have 7 kids, and the oldest is going into a senior year, and then it's the sophomore year for the next, and then the freshman year for the next. So we're just gonna have successive years of just like boom, 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 and then suddenly the house has shrunk." And I told my wife the other day because the 4 younger kids, they're kind of their own pod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the 3 older ones are kind of their own thing. And I told my wife because we're all hanging out, the 4 of us and the 4 younger ones, because the 3 don't like the older 3 have their friends that they're too cool for us with.
Yeah.
And she goes, and I said, "Hey, this is gonna end up. We got to get used to this. Hey, crew, we got to get used to this because this is gonna be the group in a couple of years." And my wife was like, so she was put out by it. Like, I can't believe you would say something like that.
Yeah.
But she's the one who pointed out. She's like, "Yeah, look, I don't know if we want to get a bigger yard or because I don't like I want a bigger yard. I don't care about necessarily a bigger house. I want a bigger yard.
You love mowing the lawn. You just love it.
I do aspire to have a riding lawnmower at one point, which you had for years, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, in Midvale. Midvale's got big yards.
I know.
So we were
I
in
wish we
Midvale.
had one, but we don't have the yard to justify it. So I told my wife, I go, "Look, it's going to be great. We could get this big yard." And she goes, "There's no point because we're going to have all this space. Our boys are going to get married. They're going to marry these girls who are going to convince them that we aren't very good people, and then It was like obviously the girls will influence them. We'll have to fight for time with the other in-laws." And she's like, "And I'm not willing to do that. They can do whatever they want now." It's basically like they're gone after they get married because we're going to be the hated in-laws.
All right, let's do the third thing. You ready for the third thing?
What do you have?
All right, everyone's watching the Rocky Canyon fire up in Summit County. That's the big one right now, close to Salt Lake. It is 23% contained now, they say. But still more than 500 people remain evacuated from that area because it's threatening Hennifer, which is a little community there in Summit County. So a bunch of people in Hennifer have been evacuated as a precaution. The Sierra Hellstrom, who's a spokesperson for the Forest Service, said, quote, "We understand last night was probably a little bit of a scary night for people in Hennifer. The fire was highly visible from the community, hence the reason we pushed that evacuation. We take evacuations very seriously and only do those at a time where there really is an imminent threat." So the fire's burned about 13,500 acres.
Yeah, that's a tough one. When you have like a missed call on...
You got to get it right. Yeah,
I know.
You got to get it right.
When you have the missed call on there, then you get people questioning everything going forward.
But additionally, in additional wildfire news, we've had 4 new wildfire starts in the last 24 hours. So fewer than the previous day. And I think, Alex, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see the new wildfire starts fall quite a bit, I would imagine. We got some rain coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Millard, we got to take a break. When we come back, what one university is doing for grades for their students across the board in their first semesters and how they feel like it's going to help them when it comes to the mental health side of things. I think you'd be shocked by the institution. I think you'd be shocked by the policy. We'll come back, talk about that and much more. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Shileas, host of the KSL News Daily podcast, where you'll get a deep dive on a story important to you and the 3 things you need to know each weekday morning. Follow the KSL News Daily today, wherever you get your podcasts.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Hi, I'm Nate Orchard, the mayor of Sac Lake City with Advanced Window Products. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, no middleman markups, and no extra costs to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry, a lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. Or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
I want to extend an invitation to stop hiding in the back of photos. I know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you hold your breath for the photo before you finally have to let it out?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore once you go through Soda Diet and Nutrition, because they will change how you look. I let go of 70 pounds in 5 months.
And I let go of 37 pounds in 3 months. I remember when I used to wear jackets even in 100 degrees in the summer because I wanted something to cover my waist. Do you know how fun it is to be able to tuck a T-shirt in? This is the simple things in life. Tucking a shirt, wearing shorts, and not feeling self-conscious is awesome.
Putting a belt on that goes right below your belly button where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. And then it was because of Soda Diet and Nutrition.
Right now, you can get 4 weeks for free by calling 866-800-SODA and just mentioning KSL.
But the time's running out to take advantage of this, so call 866-800-SODA, mention KSL, and get 4 weeks free because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. Now, Alex, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this as a oh shoot, what is it that we have? What's our class in session segment?
Oh yeah, we've got some night side.
You mean Brightside?
We've got some Brightside. Sorry, I was looking at the old pictures.
I think it's Brightside Back to School. Oh yeah, if you want to see some, if you want to see a blast from the past, where is that photo, by the way? Did Amanda? I know Amanda shared it.
Amanda Dixon posted on Facebook an old school picture of.
And we shared it on the Brightside social media as well.
Yeah.
It is
of the crew.
When it is of Alex and me in our very first promotional group photo with the other hosts on KSL. So Doug Wright's there. Amanda was there. Maria, and also Grant Nielsen and Scott Seeger.
Yeah.
We're all there.
Blast from the past, everybody.
And then there in the back row are you and me. And we are tiny children.
Tiny was not the word people used to describe me at that point.
We were little itty bitty teeny tiny children.
Yeah, I can't find the old education one. I'm not sure if it was a.
All right, well we'll just drop it, and I'll just go right into it.
Oh, that's what it's called. I've got it right here. It's called Extra Credit. Let's jump in right here.
Class clown or teacher's pet. School is in session, and you're getting extra credit.
Especially if you're a starting freshman at University of Michigan, because they're doing this thing where they are dropping traditional letter grades for first semester freshmen starting in fall of 27. It's a pilot program. Official external transcripts will display either a P for pass or NC for no credit, and these will not count toward the student's overall GPA. Now, this policy only applies to incoming freshmen enrolled in the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, which is Michigan's largest undergraduate college. There are other colleges where this will not apply. But basically, for that first semester, you're going to go to class, and internally, you're going to be assigned letter grades so that they can track things like athletic and scholarship eligibility, financial aid compliance, things like that. So internally, they're going to have letter grades for your first semester as a freshman. However, they are not going to count towards your GPA, and they will not publish, and you will not know them. It's basically a pass or a no credit situation. It does not count.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Towards your GPA.
Here's the thing: is that I think that a lot of people, and they said it's to quell the overwhelming kind of mental health crisis that they've seen with a lot of their students, as you mentioned.
I actually didn't mention that.
As we mentioned in the break before we went in.
You mentioned
but that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what they said. It was for that. It's to basically take some pressure off.
Yeah.
And you have some mixed feelings here because you have people who go, okay, so you went through all that work to get into what is the number 3 public university in the country, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan
is a big deal.
Michigan is no slouch when it comes to trying to get into a school.
It's a big boy school.
You know what it is?
Sure.
Berkeley, UCLA, then Michigan. And that's the ranking of public schools. So you have a leader in everything, right? Like the University of Michigan is lauded for so many things. And I think that it's great because if it was a school that had 100% admission rate and they did this, then you'd kind of be like, yeah, who cares? Because the kids who got in didn't even get good grades anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
But Michigan is like, hey, we go through all this rigor, and then we tell you when you get here, hey, man, settle down. We're not. I don't know. You tell me because there are some people who are poo-pooing this, and they're going, oh yeah, good. Coddle these kids a little bit longer and a little bit more for another semester here before we get going. And it's a bad way to I think that's a bad way to look at it. But at the same time, I see what they're saying where they go, hey, why not just put it out there, and you have to perform.
It gives you a chance to you get one semester to get your feet under you, because there are going to be a lot of things that are different, right? For some kids, they're living away from home for the first time. For some kids, they've never been in this big of a class, or there are a lot of things that are going to be really different for you in your first semester of college. So I guess it does make some sense for the school to go, hey, take a semester. You still got to show up, still got to pass, but we're gonna kind of let you let you have a semester to get your feet under you. It makes some sense to me, although there is a grumpy part of me that resists this a little bit. 57500, what do you think? Do you think this is smart? Do you think more universities ought to do this? Give the kids a semester to get their feet under them before you start counting for their GPA?
They've already done the heaviest of lifting to get into that school. You know what I mean? It took a lot to get into those schools.
So when you went to college, was your first semester much more, was it harder, more challenging in a meaningful way than your time in high school?
I remember being freaked out about it.
But was it really harder?
But there were a couple of classes that I was like, oh my gosh, they're not messing around. I took a philosophy class right off the bat up in Washington, and that was kind of a bad move. I was not ready to start discussing, philosophical theory and things like that, and I wasn't there. Like I just was not. I had no idea how to grasp that.
Yeah.
And then the math that I had to do in my astronomy class that I loved so much was very difficult. However, I was like you. I buckled down, I think, when I got to college more. Even though I got pretty good grades in high school. But I buckled down more in college. Now, I will say this. It was actually a more difficult thing for me to adjust coming back off of an LDS mission than it was going straight in.
Really?
I was still living at home when I was up in Washington for that first year of college. I was still living at home. That was a benefit to just be like, oh, I'm home base. I'm here. And even though I had already lived away in a third world country for 2 years, when I went to BYU, I was way far away, and I was like financially had to figure things out.
Yeah.
All at the same time. And that was a tougher thing for me. And I had pretty good grades when I transferred in. And I even got better grades with all of with my Spanish language stuff that I had tested, gotten all A's in and stuff. So I was technically on scholarship for 1 semester, and I lost it immediately after that first semester.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't like I got a bunch of F's. I didn't even get C's. You
might have benefited. You might have benefited from something like this, a semester to get your feet under you, so that you're not immediately jeopardizing your scholarship.
The scholarship being jeopardized was a tough thing, because I remember being like, "Hey, I'm on scholarship. Look how cool I am," and being able to tell my parents, "I actually contributed $600 to this, this whole thing," and then they were like, "Oh, awesome!" And then the next semester, I was like, I'm going to need that $600 again, because we had a deal. Our kids in my family, if you went to college, my parents would foot half the bill.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a super, super tall prospect for my parents nor I at BYU. But it wasn't a huge chunk of money. It still really isn't compared to a lot of other schools. But you go there and you're paying all this money, and it's not just for the schooling anymore. By the way, if you wanted to go to the University of Michigan from out of state, it's a $68,000 a year school. In-state, $18,000, right? And so if you want to pay that extra $50,000, they don't want to lose a bunch of students who immediately get there and go, this isn't for me. So they do want – it's in their best interest to get there to help the students get their footing under them as well.
And to succeed, yeah.
Because they want to keep – I mean, it sounds mean, but they want to keep that cash flow going.
Well, they want the cash flow. They also want their reputation. They want to be a school where students succeed.
Yes.
So yeah,
and they want to get the good ratings on Yelp. Mm-hmm. That's why they do most of this. Ethan.
His
Yelp ratings. We should go in and read the comment section on Yelp for the University of Michigan.
We should.
Got a B- on my first semester. I quit. Hated it.
We got a text at 57500, and the dumbing down of America continues.
Oh, see? This is, again, what a lot of the comment sections were pushing toward. They were like, hey, we are one of the top universities in the country, and they say, we're not going to do grades. They're not going to count the semester.
And then here's a text. What pressures do current college freshmen face that freshmen of 40 to 50 years ago did not?
It's a good question. Like I always want to tell my kids too, be like, yeah, let's say you go to your freshman year in college and you get a 2.7. Nobody cares.
I understand what this guy's saying, and I know we got to go to a break right here, but I will say in defense of this idea, because I totally get what he's saying. What pressures are they facing today they didn't face decades ago? I understand that. But at the same time, it's okay to have a new idea that is a good idea now and might have been a good idea for freshmen 40 years ago. Like, there are a lot of freshmen 40 years ago that might really have benefited from this, and it might have been really, really great for a lot of students. So it's okay to have an idea that was just kind of late to the game, right? Maybe they could have and should have had it back then. I don't know. But anyway, take us to break.
We will come back. We've got news, traffic, and weather. When we continue, the discussion we're going to have around the corner is, oh, boy, speaking of coddling, the worst form of it, parents cheating for their kids to win a championship. This time in Little League Baseball, we'll tell you what one team in Oklahoma just had the embarrassing situation happen to them and how it has changed the course of what a bunch of 12-year-olds are doing because a bunch of adults couldn't make the right decision. Stay with us. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
1:31 at KSL News Radio. I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top local story this hour. Crews fighting the Rocky Canyon fire may use helicopters to drop firefighters into some of the toughest terrain today. The fire is now 23% contained, but steep cliffs above Hennifer are making parts of the fire difficult to reach. Forest Service spokesperson Sierra Hellstrom says safety is dictating where the crews can go.
With all of the loss that we've had this year, we're not putting firefighters in an area where it's not defensible and they don't have a safe evacuation route. And that's our number one priority. So it's not that we don't care. It's not that it isn't a priority.
Evacuations remain in place for Hennifer right now, with some residents closer to Colville being told to be ready to leave. The Widemouth 2 fire is still burning in Millard and Sevier counties. It has reached over 122,000 acres, and crews have it 30% contained. There are nearly 900 people working on it, including some ground crews and helicopters, and the Black Canyon fire is 3,500 acres but 0% contained. That's in Emery County's Reeder subdivision. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Severe thunderstorms are causing headaches in the Midwest. Chicago had ground stops in place for both major airports. They also had to evacuate the air traffic control tower at Midway. O'Hare can cover traffic for both if needed. Your money at this moment, the Dow is down about 0.33%. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are also in negative territory. Coming up, the heat is starting to ease a bit. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 1:32.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Why settle for a basic night out when all tickets for Utah Symphony and Utah Opera performances are now on sale? And for a very limited time, premium main floor seats to most performances are $29 or less. Enjoy splurge-worthy nights without the splurge with events like Rossini's Cinderella with the Utah Opera, Hocus Pocus in concert, and Saint-Saëns Organ Symphony. Don't wait. Prices go up after August 15th. More at usuo.org/August.
If you've saved more than $300,000, there's one thing you can do now that can make your savings go twice as far in retirement, and it's tax planning. That's right. Tax planning could significantly reduce the taxes on your IRA and 401k withdrawals, Social Security benefits, and other investment income. Find out how much money you could save with a free retirement tax savings analysis from the good people at Boss Retirement Solutions. To schedule your free analysis, call 801-896-9622. Tax planning for retirement could reduce your taxes not just for 1 year, but for the rest of your life. And the savings could be 6 figures. Let's find out how much money you could save. Call 801-896-9622. 801-896-9622.
For informational purposes only, actual results may vary. No statement contained herein shall constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Advisory services offered through Boss Retirement Advisors and SEC registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Boss Retirement Solutions.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Cormac Bone.
Freeway still looking really good. No delays on I-15 between Ogden and Provo. We do still have this crash on northbound I-215's west belt right after the 201 freeway. They're out of traffic behind the construction zones on the right side, so no delays there either. It is maybe a little extra slow northbound on Mountain View Corridor at 3500 South and West Valley. And then we do have a crash in Heber City, northbound State Street at 500 North. Those delays start near Center Street. It looks like that's clearing up pretty quickly now that they've cleared up that crash. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We have a chance for a thunderstorm here or there today, 98 for the high. Tomorrow looks similar, but a little cooler at 93. And that's where we are right now, 93 degrees, cloudy skies. I'm Becky Bruce from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Do they not have enough of us recorded already? They could just do this in AI.
And Alex Keary.
We're not even real. This entire show is just a hologram.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Okay, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to hit a couple final texts that came in at 57500 related to our topic previously, which is the University of Michigan for incoming freshmen next fall of 2027. Now, this counts towards their largest college, which is the Literature, Science, and Arts College, something like that.
Question mark?
Anyway, what they're doing is for that first semester for incoming freshmen, you're going to go to class, you're going to do all that, but the work is not going to count on your GPA. You're going to get a pass or no credit. And basically give everyone a chance to kind of settle in. Internally, the school will keep all the records. The school will know your letter grade. They will assign you all of that because they need to confirm things like scholarship or athletic
they're behind
compliance.
your back. They're behind your back, still talking trash about your bad grades.
They know.
But mommy doesn't see it, and everything's okay.
And you don't have to ruin your GPA by walking into college and just not quite being ready.
So you're like, these first semesters, I don't get letter grades. I'm going to be just fine. But you're playing a D1 sport. And then your compliance officer comes over and goes, hey, I can't tell you what you got in this class, but actually you can't play any of these sports. So do the math on what grades you got.
So we got a few more texts that I wanted to read.
Wasn't good.
It says, it sounds like the University of Michigan is admitting they do not provide the support or resources for freshmen to be successful their first semester.
Well,
or maybe this is one of the resources they're providing.
They look at it like it's a huge support.
Here's someone else that says, give the first semester kid from Florida time to get used to the Michigan winter semester. Yeah.
I will say there's probably some of that. The culture shock, I bet the culture shock alone. Listen, I didn't grow up in Utah. Going down to BYU was also a big culture shock for me.
Yeah.
And I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Never heard of it.
But imagine the shock factor when you're in Provo for the first time and you go, oh, that's how we do it down here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See, I grew up in Utah, so I've always known what it's like to be here. But you came here and you got to know, hey, this is what it likes.
Yeah. And look, it took me a while to figure out that the KSL comment section.
Was there a big culture shock for you when you got to BYU?
Yeah. And listen, that was even being a returned missionary. Like, it's not like I was fooled. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You guys, these are your standards here? I signed the ecclesiastical, what I had to do to kind of, to get into school.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew what the rules were. But it was interesting to see how people acted.
Executed it.
Yes.
On the street.
Now, let me and listen, before you go into this whole like, oh yeah, the zoobs and the weirdos and blah blah blah.
I had no intention of doing any
Not
of that.
you. I'm saying because listen, I also walked past like the main part of like on your way to the Wilkinson Center BYU. There's kind of a big quad there. Everything's kind of changed down there now, but there were people definitely hitting each other on the grass with wooden swords and had shields and stuff. Now that's not unique to BYU, by the way. But
isn't fighting against the honor code?
It actually is. They actually threw a wooden sword to me, and I had to fight my way to the Wilkinson Center to be able to eat that day. No, but then I started working here, and I was I was commuting downtown one time, and I looked, and on a Saturday, there was a whole University of Utah Quidditch club.
Oh yeah,
and they were playing up on this park on 13th, and I wanted to pull over and roll the window down. Do you see this action of roll the window down? By the way, it doesn't happen anymore. I wanted to roll the window down and go, hey, before you guys start making fun of all your BYU friends down south, I just want you to take a quick snapshot where you're at right now in your life. See you guys later. They were playing Quidditch in the park over here on 13th
Yeah.
East. It actually looked kind of fun.
Did it?
But there were brooms between their legs.
That's
the weird part.
And, that's the weird part.
Yeah.
I think
it's a real thing.
I think they needed – I think Quidditch, when Quidditch made the jump from Harry Potter to the real world, it really needed to not bring along the broomsticks. They really needed to just let that be a movie
because at that
thing.
point it was just going to be field hockey. At that point, that's what it would be.
Yeah, but scored a little differently, and you got the different things, and it could be a lot of fun.
Dobby!
The brooms.
Yeah. The brooms we didn't need, but it does look funny. I mean, the brooms, do you remember how COVID birthed the rise of the horse jumping stuff too? Where people are running around arenas with the horse.
Oh, the
between
hobby
their
horses.
legs?
Yeah, the hobby horses. Yeah.
It's in the same family.
But at the same time, though, that was mostly kids.
Oh, no, it's not. I could show you some crazy videos on people being like, and taking it dead friggin' serious too. Dead serious. Where did we get on this topic?
I have no idea.
It was University of Michigan coddling people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of kids in sports.
Yeah.
All right, there's been a lot of action with the Little League World Series this year. But yesterday, the team from the Tulsa National Little League team, was disqualified from the tournament yesterday by Little League International.
They were representing Oklahoma.
They were originally disqualified after it was discovered that the team fielded a player who did not meet eligibility requirements, and our understanding is they didn't live in the
we've seen people fake the birth certificates before for age. We've seen people gaming the system, and a lot of times, they had this whole thing, this whole to-do with the Dominican Republic back in the day when guys were 15, 16 years old playing for, the 12-year-old baseball. Now, you always have a big 12-year-old on these teams.
Yeah.
There's always a big one. And then you go, oh, yeah, well, he's just a big 12-year-old. And then it turned out there was kind of a whole system of how to fake these things, and they would get these kids into the country, and then they basically would try to get them into the professional baseball system based off of their performances as a 12-year-old in the Little League
but
World
they were
Series.
Actually like
15,
14?
16 years old.
See,
and in some cases, the kids didn't even actually know how old they were.
Oh,
because
now
their
that's
parents
interesting.
were hiding it from them.
Because when I was that age, I never would have consented to pretend I was younger. I never would have. I never in a million years would have.
You would have to escaped a bad situation in a bad country.
So here's the twist.
For your family, for your mom, for your dad, I think you would.
Here's the twist. The Tulsa National Little League team has now been granted a temporary restraining order. That just happened today.
Yeah.
Which will allow them to compete for a spot in the Little League Baseball World Series. Now, this is going to be crazy because what they did is when they removed the team yesterday,
Right.
they declared their previous game a forfeit. That reshuffled the entire tournament bracket.
Well, and what they did is they basically had to have like the main semifinal game between the other two top teams. They made that the championship game. Like, it was very anticlimactic because this Oklahoma team was phenomenal. They beat the Louisiana team 3-2 in dramatic fashion. And by the way, this player who was in question, and I feel bad for this 12-year-old because they are of age. They're a 12-year-old to play in this tournament. They are a 12-year-old or whatever. It's like 12, 13, whatever it is.
But apparently they're not from the area.
But you have to go to school inside that area. You have or live in that space. So those are the two requirements. And they say that was the rule that was broken. They didn't give any other details. But this is and I don't know what the exact details are. If there's a restraining order there and they're trying to get this thing done, it's because adults made a bunch of bad decisions, probably.
Yeah.
And then now the kids are getting punished for it.
Schemes like this are not going to be thought up and executed by Little League players.
No, and
on behalf of
the
their
kids,
teammates.
but
These
the kids are the ones that are going to get affected the most. They're the ones that are going to get, because it's their pictures, by the way, on camera. It's their, they show, I saw on repeat the highlights of this kid who, Ethan, is phenomenal. And you know what his alleged crime is? That his parents lied about where he was, or his coaches knew exactly where he lived and went to school, and they lied about it, and they made sure that he was there. Now, is it a thing where he goes, oh, no, he moved over there in the last month? Where is he in this lineup of where he lives versus where the timeline is and all that stuff?
Yeah.
They're getting this temporary restraining order, and they're going to try to figure out a way to do it. The real problem with all of this is it's just another incident where parents are ruining the Little League World Series for their children.
Could you imagine being in the Little League World Series? It's a dream come true, and then all of a sudden you're disqualified, and you have to forfeit your games, and then a judge reinstates you. You get a restraining order.
You don't even know. Coach has to explain it to you. Hey guys, we're having a meeting.
We won a restraining order against the Little League World Series. I would be mortified. And then you go out there, and you know what it is. Like, you know what's going to happen. You know what the risk is. The risk is this. The risk that they run is they're going to go out there and they're going to play the same way that Team USA did when they got their player back in. You remember that player who was red carded out?
Oh, yeah.
And
then it was awkward for everybody.
And then the president intervened and got him put back in.
Yeah, it was awkward for everybody.
The team went out then and played as if they didn't belong there.
Right.
And that's the risk that this team runs.
It was the whole ball don't lie kind of mentality.
When they go out there, the other team's going to be like, these guys are cheaters. They shouldn't be here. They forfeited their other games, and the Tulsa team's going to go out there and they're going to be like, these guys know we don't belong here, and it's going to be a disaster for them. And it's the parents' fault. I agree with you, Alex. I agree with you.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We have more on KSL Brightside. When we continue, we're going to have a discussion about how America's honeymoon with the electric vehicle, the EV love affair that we used to have, it's softened a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Because all the incentives have kind of gone away. We'll talk about that and much more. Stay right here with us. It's KSL Brightside.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back to KSL Brightside. Sorry, hold on a second, Alex.
Standing by, Ethan, whenever you're
I'm
ready.
Ethan Millard. Hold on, I remember who we are. I'm
I love
Ethan
how
Millard.
you're. What are you reading? That's who you are? You had to read who you are?
No, I was
you have
just
to read who I
I
am?
was just trying to get ready for this next
your
segment.
bearings.
That's all I was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm Ethan Millard. He's Alex Geary. And we're here. We're doing it on a Tuesday. So among the things we have going on today, Alex, for Tuesday, is we've got this story for EVs.
Yeah,
we've got a few others. And then I've got to take the garbage out to the curb tonight.
Oh, that's a good reminder for yourself.
It's actually a reminder for my children.
We did that rigmarole last night. We got going on that thing last night. And you know what's actually kind of nice is when I come home from work and they're already out. You know what I mean? Because our garbage day was today, and last night when I got home, garbage was already out. Little things make you feel like, hey.
So who's responsible for that?
Don't know.
Someone did it?
Someone did it.
One of your kids?
Yes. I didn't. And I think what happens is when you have this many people who live in one home.
It's a tender mercy is what that is.
Yeah. It was more, no, I'm saying when you have that many people in the home.
Yeah.
Garbage considerations are a lot because people are like, dude, we got a lot piling up here.
Yeah.
Like week to week is it is, like you said, the garbage showing up on that once a week basis is, you're like, thank heavens, if we wouldn't have gotten rid of it this week, we'd be in real trouble.
Yeah.
Like I would have had to start making trips over to the local elementary school dumpster.
Yeah, you're immediately in hazard territory.
So you can't miss a week when you talk about putting the garbages out to the street with 9 kids, 9 people. Not
all right,
9 kids, but 9 people.
All right, next up on KSL Brightside, the electric honeymoon is over in the United States, and by electric honeymoon we mean electric vehicles.
Oh, okay.
The federal tax credit is expired, and now people just have fewer monthly credits. EV leasers are facing a higher average monthly payment now. It's at $707 on average. Fewer inexpensive options, and people are starting to now kind of walk away from electric vehicles, and even some automakers have announced that they are going to stop making all electric vehicles in favor of hybrids. People are increasingly choosing traditional hybrids over pure electric models because they tend to come in at just a little bit of a lower cost and a little more flexibility. I think people are still nervous about things like range, right, with electric vehicles, although I think people are overly concerned about range. Most of us don't drive far enough to be worried about range on an electric vehicle.
I'm surprised that you haven't, of all the years that I've known you, you haven't tried a full EV situation.
Yeah, I never have.
Why not?
You know what? That's a good question.
Because cost really isn't the thing anymore. I mean,
we have a hybrid. We have a hybrid Accord. We have just a regular gas-powered CRV.
Not good
And then,
enough.
of course, we have my old Mercedes that I'm trying to sell.
It's single-digit miles to the gallon, which is the opposite.
It's
of
not
what
single-digit. I get 11. It's not single-digit.
Some guy in an RV drives by and goes, "What's that thing get?" And you're like 11. He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's irresponsible."
So
I'm surprised you haven't tried the full electric. What's holding you back? It can't be cost, because the Accord that you bought is the same thing as buying even a Tesla.
I've loved the hybrid. The hybrid's amazing.
I know,
doing combined 45 miles
okay,
an hour.
combined 45, great. But how about just having it charging at home and not buying any gas?
Can I honestly tell you?
Yeah.
I have never liked the look of any of the electric vehicles. The only ones that I thought have been cool are the ones that are crazy expensive.
Like
what's that European one? The
They're all
Volvo
European.
spinoff.
Oh, Polestar.
Polestar.
Mhm.
And then
You
there's
don't think that the Audi looks good?
I don't like any of them. 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 I don't like any of I don't know. There's something about the styling of the electric vehicles.
Stab in the heart. No, they make okay.
Look, I don't want to say your car's ugly, Alex.
This guy over here with his hybrid Accord with a big old dent when he hit a guy over the weekend with it.
He hit me. I did not hit anybody. And if Allstate is listening, this is what I've been trying to tell you. That dude hit me.
The saga
of
of Ethan arguing with his insurance company has just been phenomenal. I'm here for it. I'm here to support him, but I'm also here for the complaints. Anyway, but I just think it's so none of them look good. Is there a vibe also? Are you not really you're like, I'm not buying any Teslas because I'm taking a stand over here.
Oh, and you know what? I really like that SUV that's out now. What's the one with
the Rivian?
The Rivian.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Out of my price range.
It is expensive.
Well out of my price range.
That one's super expensive.
So the only electric cars that I've really liked are out of my price range. And so I just stick with, I love the Honda Accord. We're on a third Accord. So this car has always come through for me.
Hey, your beloved Honda makes an electric car. It's like the whatever it is.
Yeah, but I'm not into it.
The Shocker. What is it called? What's the
Honda Shocker?
They're like, if you don't charge this thing right, it'll actually kill you.
Let me tell you, though, I think we're making a mistake. I think we should keep the pedal down on the electric vehicles. I think we're making a mistake by taking off the tax credit. I think that American auto manufacturers are making a mistake by reducing the number.
They're
of
walking away
vehicles
from it, dude. Ford stopped making the F-150.
I know,
Lightning.
and I think it's a mistake. You know why? Because with the number of electric vehicles that China's making, their technology is getting better and better. It's getting cheaper and cheaper.
They're kind of cool. I'm going to be honest.
And
cool.
we're going to reach a point where the auto industry basically falls to China. And because I think the future is electric cars. I really do think that. I think we've reached a point where in the future, for the most part, cars will be electric. And it feels like we're giving it to the Chinese.
There are some crazy models that they have come out with.
It feels like this year and last year, we have started the process of giving the AI industry to the Chinese, the microchip industry to the Chinese, and the automotive industry to the Chinese.
Right.
That's what it's felt like. In 2025 and 2026, these were the years where we took these industries and we basically said, with all of our bluster, structurally speaking, we took these industries and we said, the future of these is in China. That's what it feels like.
What's tough is when you see these videos of like some crazy and kind of cool electric vehicles that are coming out of China, and they're like, yep, it's not available in the U.S. And I'm like, till when though? Like when are they going to bag that? You know what I mean? When is that going to be done? Because as soon as you start to see the market open up, are they going to treat it like Roombas? Oh, we can't have these robot cars coming in from China.
I don't know.
I mean, they banned all the other stuff that was coming in here. I just wonder and you can send a text 57500. Have you done the electric thing and then gone away from it?
Look,
are you less prone to buy an electric car now than you were 10 years ago? For example, 57500 is the text number. And I know that a lot of these tax credits have gone away, but at the same time, like the reality is that the electric car is a lot cheaper than it was. Certainly from you buy one of these things with 10,000 miles on it, and you're getting a good deal on a bunch of these cars, and they're super reliable. And I love the electric car lifestyle. Okay, you may hate it, Ethan, because you want to just keep guzzling the old gasoline and still send your money over to the Middle East.
Someone's got to keep the oil industry. Those oil executives are going broke, man.
Look, the Strait of Hormuz is still open. Hey, it's a Corey Miller special right there. There you go.
Strait of Hormuz.
The Strait of Hormuz. Anyway, I just think I wonder if people really are done with the electric. Not done with it, but like car manufacturers decide when we're done. If they stop making them, then we don't. Right. And if they stop making them, then and they go, no, it's not a good prospect for us anymore.
How successful do you think we will be in keeping Chinese products out of American markets? Because we know when we were top dog, when the U.S. was the most powerful, richest country in the world, how successful were other countries at stiff-arming us economically?
Yeah, not very.
And how successful will we be in stiff-arming China when China is top dog?
Right.
Because it feels like
there's a bit of a flip-flop there. Yeah,
feels like we're kind of enabling that right now. It feels like we've basically opened the door wide for China over the last couple of years. But anyway. I know we got to go to break.
We do. We've got to take the break here. We'll come back. We've got more next hour to be able to chat about because we've just got so many fun things to dive into still. Speaking of school, we're going into school next week at my house. If you're doing the same thing, how much of a role is AI going to play in your kids' school year this year? Deanie Wimmer did a story for television. You don't want to miss any of it. Stay right here with us. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
It's 2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top local story this hour. Utah's Attorney General is one of several warning Congress to fix a bill they say would impact Utah's transgender sports ban. KSL News Radio's Adam Small has details.
The Protect College Sports Act is intended to do exactly what its name says, namely by adding regulations to things like name, image, and likeness contracts. But it would also create guidelines for athlete eligibility, something Utah Attorney General Derek Brown and 5 other state attorneys general think could supersede current state laws dealing with transgender athletes. In their letter obtained by the Deseret News, they're urging Congress to add language making it clear this bill would not impact those standing state laws.
No comments so far from Derek Brown. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of shooting and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in 2024, was back in court today for a pre-trial hearing. Defense attorneys asked the judge for the trial to be broadcast live. More from ABC's Peter Haralambous outside court in Lower Manhattan.
The judge didn't openly address that during today's conference. He only said that the court would go as far as to allow that overflow room. We don't actually even know if there will be a live feed of the actual proceedings in the overflow room itself, perhaps only an audio feed. It seems unlikely at this point that we're going to see, if anything, a live broadcast, though it remains a possibility we'll see the openings, the closing statements, and when the jury actually delivers their verdict.
The jury selection begins in September on the 8th. Your money at this moment, the Dow down about 1/3 of a percentage point. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ also in negative territory. Coming up, thunderstorms on the way. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:01.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
The energy, the roar. Moments you'll always remember. Next season, Jaren Jackson Jr. is hunting blocks. Laurie Markkinen is getting buckets. And Ace is just getting started. Don't just watch Jazz basketball. Experience every moment. 2026-27 season tickets are on sale now. Full and half-season packages available. Plus exclusive benefits like arena discounts and player events. Are you in? Join the climb today. UtahJazz.com or call 801-355-DUNK.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Here's Cormac Bone.
Northbound I-15, we're seeing some delays approaching Bangalore Highway right after Point of the Mountain. That is due to a crash that is on transition ramp from Bangalore Highway to I-15, so it's a little slow northbound I-15 already. But otherwise, I-15 looks really good between Ogden and Provo, and you can expect some normal delays, especially in South Ogden. Both directions of Highway 89 seeing the regular scattered slowdowns from 500 east all the way to the mouth of Weber Canyon at I-84 interchange. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We're looking at some possible thunderstorms today with a high of 98 degrees. More of the same tomorrow, but a little bit cooler at 93. We'll be in the lower 80s on Thursday and Friday. Right now, though, you've got partly cloudy skies and 93 degrees. I'm Becky Bruce from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside. with Ethan Miller.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Got a couple of last-minute texts here at 57500. On the electric car thing, Americans are kind of walking away from the electric vehicle. Well, I shouldn't say this. The honeymoon period is over because of the death of the federal credits.
You just have to pay a lot more money these days.
It's gone up. The price of EVs have gone up, and also auto manufacturers are making fewer electric vehicle models. And so the honeymoon's over. They're obviously here to stay. If only Tesla is the one making, even if it falls to only Tesla to make electric vehicles, they'll still be here. People love their Teslas. But a couple of texts.
Hey, look, listen, maybe this will convince you.
Let's hear it.
I saw the prettiest Cadillac Escalade IQL.
You know what? A Cadillac.
Fully electric. It's like a 480-mile range, by the way.
Yeah.
And they're like, Ethan, like 1,100 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
And they look phenomenal.
See, and I believe that, but here's the problem.
$170,000.
Yes. So I've always loved Cadillacs. I've liked the electric vehicles Cadillacs come out with, but all the electric vehicles that I like are the ones that are too expensive for me to buy. So I don't know.
You thought about taking out a HELOC? What is this for, sir? You redoing your yard? You're going to put an addition?
Cadillac. Let me tell you about Cadillac.
I'm buying a depreciating asset immediately with it.
So we got this text. It says, "I'll never will drive an electric vehicle. Not feasible for the blue collar and recreation crowd." And that's true still. Yeah.
No, but for us, guess what? My wife drives it 2 days a week to her office. I drive it the other 3 days to my office. Phenomenal.
So here's the thing, though, about recreation is that at some point, though, off-road vehicles will be electric.
Well, but it's not just that; it's about hauling stuff too. So they're talking about
the hauling
the
stuff for
stuff
sure.
is a tough ask of the electric vehicle.
But I think if you're out in off-road, I think we'll reach a point where the best and most reliable and safest vehicles off-road will be electric, just because of the way that they can dial in power so well to the different wheels.
Unless you puncture that lithium battery on one of the rocks down there in Moab. Death. Immediate death.
Make sure you got your fire extinguisher.
Straight to jail.
And then we got another text that says, "I don't think EVs help the environment more because power plants burn the same fossil fuels to make electricity." And this is
let me be clear. This is a money thing for me. Like honestly, we got a good priced electric vehicle. I put the charging thing in at the house, and it was not that expensive either. I got a good deal on that, and I like not having to go to the gas station.
The money has to work, but I think though there are some things though about the environment that still make sense. Number one, air quality. So we have an acute problem here in the Salt Lake Valley. It's air quality, and electric vehicles help with that. But also, we talked. Was it yesterday or was it Friday that we talked about the news that the number one energy producer in the state for May was solar?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That solar delivered more energy to the grid than all the other sources. It delivered like 33% of the power to the grid, which was the largest single source. And so, a number of things have to happen. But yeah, you're not wrong. The electric vehicles, if they require fossil fuels to make the electricity, then there's still an environmental hang up. Well, and then plus you add in everything that goes into mining and manufacturing those batteries, right, which is not clean. It's I get it. But when you think about it here in the Salt Lake Valley, that problem is the air quality. And so I can see how so there is some wisdom in saying, okay, I know that we're still burning oil to create the electricity. And I know that this stuff is still being mined and it's messy to create the batteries. But this can help with the acute environmental problem here, which is the air quality. So in that respect, I think there's still an environmental argument to be made. But in the meantime, Utah teachers embrace artificial intelligence as new classroom rules take effect. Now, we've got a story here from our colleague at TV, Deanie Wimmer. So let's listen to her outline this issue for us.
AI training is in session.
Round it up, round it down.
Teachers in the Canyons District used AI to create a song on rounding numbers.
It helps to personalize learning and make it make sense for that child in a way that was just not possible before.
Giving each student the tools they need to succeed. This trainer used AI to create a powerful learning support for his own daughter.
She's dyslexic. She has struggled with reading.
Boom! They slip, and that's an earthquake.
He used AI to convert her textbooks into podcasts so she could learn by listening.
And she's like, Dad, no, I understand it. AI taught me history better than my teacher.
But teachers have also learned AI doesn't always get it right. Guess what a bot told a student to do to settle his dispute?
AI told him to punch the kid in the face.
Thankfully, the student consulted his teacher and ignored the chat bot.
Jeez.
But advice like that is why the state has asked every district to create their own rules around how AI is used in Utah classrooms.
I think there's a lot of fear generally around AI right now.
Matt Winters is the state school board's AI specialist.
We have this brand new technology, generative AI.
His job, to create the framework for district policies. Schools will use Google Gemini. Safety is the #1 priority, but schools will have local control.
Some districts are very heavy into, and charter schools are heavy into, giving it only to their teachers. But other districts are doing some deployments with students.
Or chatbots where teachers set up specific rules and protections. In the Canyons District, they're teaching students to use AI with a dose of skepticism.
Depending on the data source, it may or may not be true, just like when you go online to a website.
So if you search for a shark and AI shows one that is orange?
Generally speaking, there's not orange sharks. And so you would teach kids to question that. Talking to kids about, you're going to want to make sure that you verify what's there, which is teaching them a skill set.
The biggest concern for many teachers is cheating. Students letting AI do the work for them. But researchers at Stanford University say that's not supported by their research, that cheating isn't influenced by technology. And the state agrees.
They're the same students who in the 90s would have gone to a paper mill, or in the 60s would have, had somebody else write it for them.
What excites educators the most about AI is the new potential for students to engage. And a Gallup Walton Family Foundation survey shows teachers who use AI save 5.9 hours a week, or 6 weeks a year, giving them more time to work with students. But that promise is tempered by the unknown. Ready or not, AI is here, and Utah teachers are charged with figuring out how to use this technology. Yet even this teacher, who's a lawmaker, is concerned teachers aren't sure what's expected 2 weeks before the start of class.
It's like driver's ed, right? You don't just say, oh, there are these new things called cars. Let's give it a go. No. I got to learn how to use it. I got to learn how to teach you. You've got to learn piece by piece. And then while I can still pump the brakes, you can take a shot at it.
Pretty wild stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what's interesting is that there are so many things that are in that story. When somebody jumps in and goes, oh, yeah, I input all of the textbook and then told AI to make him podcast so my daughter could listen to him. I thought that's brilliant. You know what I mean? Like, use it however it is that you're going to be able to benefit from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The problem is that when you say AI in school, what does your brain go to? Mine goes straight to cheating.
Yeah. You assume it's cheating. Yeah, that's right.
There was a point last year when my son was like, I got to get through this thing. And I was kind of like, he's like, I have these 4 English assignments and they're on these things and I got to read through this thing. And I've already read through the stuff, but now I have to do this. And I kind of turned the other way and said, because as teacher, they do a thing where they can check to see if they were, they can run it through.
Yeah.
They can run it through
you
their
got
own.
some software
Well, it's a bot.
detects.
It's an AI bot that detects other AI bots that were used for cheating. And he's like, they're able to bypass. They're able to figure out like the ones that still don't get picked up on or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you've made all this effort to not actually have to write the thing yourself.
Yeah.
And you went through and did all this effort. And do you realize that that's the effort you could have just done for the actual paper itself?
You could have just written it.
Yeah. And by the way, the teacher at that point of the year is going, oh, yeah, you got it. You did it. And if it would have been handwritten by you, or written out on the thing by you, or written out by AI, the teacher is either way going to go, oh, thanks for doing the assignment. Boom, move on. A lot of times they just want the assignment to be done.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted. And so there are times where I'm like, all right. He did pay his sister at one point to do one of his assignments for him.
Oh,
I thought that was brilliant. Allegedly. I'm not saying that did or did not happen.
You know what? I
alleged.
think. I'll tell you what I think after watching this, the story from Deanie. I think ultimately we'll be successful in integrating AI into the classroom, and it will be because of the teachers. It will be because our classrooms have good teachers, and they are professionals, and they care about their jobs, and they care about their kids.
They know how to operate all this stuff, and they know your kid well.
And they are going to, like generations of teachers have done before, they are going to incorporate new opportunities and new technologies and new methods, and they're going to take them and they're going to make sure that they implement them according to their own personal and professional standards. And that's why I feel like it's going to be okay, is because in every one of these classrooms is a teacher who cares about doing the right thing and the best thing. And so I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. And I thought that was hilarious, that one teacher that used AI to come up with a song about
rounding numbers.
Because, I mean, obviously kids respond to songs, but what teacher has the ability to write a song?
Right.
This is cool.
Just let it happen.
Like, this is cool.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Also, if the AI chat bot says to punch a kid in the face, you bought the wrong AI.
Just check your prompts.
At the Canyon School District.
Check your prompts.
We're using this now. I do love the idea of being like, what do I do in this situation? Oh, it's so thoughtful of you to be able to ask that question. I just love that you came to me with that question because you're a bright kid. Punch him in the face. That's what you're wondering. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got more to jump into here. I read this interesting article about a crazy reason why couples are starting to eat separately and what it says about the relationship. Ethan, I smell a couples therapy coming up. Let's do it. More to go. KSL Brightside.
Hi, I'm Maria Shilaos, and I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Looking to transform your kitchen or bathroom? Discover the difference at AMC Building Materials. New arrivals are here. Explore the latest shaker-style cabinets, sleek European-style flat panel cabinets, and beautiful new quartz countertops in today's most popular colors. With a 25,000 square foot showroom and a warehouse in Salt Lake City, AMC keeps a wide selection of the most popular cabinets and countertops in stock. So many in-stock cabinet styles are available for same-day purchase and pickup, making it easy to start your project right away. Enjoy factory direct pricing, free design, free in-home measurements, and expert installation. Most remodeling projects are completed in as little as 10 days. Visit the AMC Building Materials showroom at 3678 South 700 West or schedule your free estimate today at amckitchensaltlakecity.com. AMC Building Materials. Come see the difference today.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
This is Dylan Gunther of the Utah Mammoth, and I drive a BMW. Performance matters to me, on the ice and on the road. That confidence lets me focus on what matters most, performance. That's why I trust BMW Utah for everything, from service to tires. They've always got my back. Between scoring goals and scoring the perfect ride, it's a tough call, but scoring is what I do. And the win? Driving a BMW from BMW Utah. When I came to Utah, everyone talked about the greatest snow on earth. But during the 2002 Olympics, the world saw something else. This place also has the best ice on earth. Since moving here, I've done my best to own that ice and live up to that standard. It's about preparation, precision, and trusting what's beneath you every single day. That same mindset is why I chose BMW Utah, because great performance doesn't happen by accident. It's built, maintained, and earned. And I'm proud to work with a local dealer that represents Utah at that same elite level. Proud to be a Utahn, proud to support BMW Utah. Drive elevated.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millett here with Alex Curie. And we're going to start a couples therapy here. And we got a text that says, are you sure that Ethan and Alex are the two we should be listening to about couples therapy?
Oh, sorry. The answer is absolutely not. However,
I don't pretend to have a functional marriage at all.
No. But if we're gonna go off of some empirical data, Ethan, you and I have been married to our respective spouses for quite some time. Yes.
Yeah, we're
combined. You guys are what? You guys are going on. We're going on 20 years. You're going on 25, probably
23.
20, listen, that's 40 plus years of marriage experience of you and I not splitting up yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and I've been on the air. We've had an on-air friendship for 20 years.
Yeah.
So look, there you go.
Look, and at the end of the day, it's as good as you're going to get for the next 10 minutes. So.
You're not. Hey, in terms of people who could sit in the same room together at the same time and kind of come up with some things together and sort of commiserate and figure some things out, I think we do a pretty darn good job.
Yeah.
Or no?
No, it could be worse. All right, let's get it started.
Let's do it.
Diving into the ups and downs of relationships. Pull up a couch and open your mind. It's time for couples therapy.
Now, let me lay the groundwork here. Americans have gotten much pickier about what they eat. In 2018, so that was just 8 years ago, 36% of Americans said they followed a diet or an eating plan. By 2025, just last year, that number had climbed to 57%. And then came the GLP-1 boom. 12% of U.S. adults are taking GLP-1s.
How many?
And 6.7% of people have a food allergy. 12% taking GLP-1s. So you got 57% of Americans by last year on some kind of diet or eating plan. 12% have joined the GLP-1 craze. And the CDC says 6.7% of people have some kind of food allergy. In other words, we should just ring the celebration bell anytime you can find two people that are willing and able to eat the same thing at the same time.
I will say
that has led.
We have varying schedules too that also add to the mix.
Well, and
right?
this is what's kind of introducing the topic here. Sometimes some people are calling this a food divorce. It's a trend where partners, married partners, they do their food independently. They shop, cook, and consume meals independently and separately due to, like you said, conflicting schedules or divergent dietary needs or specialized health goals. And some couples actually find that it really works out. It kind of reduces a lot of the friction in their life.
Yeah, and I listen, we have never made the priority that we make as a family is to try to eat together. Certainly Sundays are the day that like we get together a lot. My new schedule has made it to where we can be together and having meals. But let me just tell you how things are going to go now. As the summer ends and as school starts up, no can do on getting schedules together after 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Football is going to take over for some of the boys. My oldest is full on into his golf schedule. You've got jobs. I've got a new driver. Like he just is not even around. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know where he is half the time. And then dance for the oldest daughter, and then all of the other stuff. You know what I mean? It will be extremely difficult. We have to be super thoughtful about getting together during the week. Now, we also don't make it like we have failed as a family if we don't sit down and have a meal together, which I think used to kind of be the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you guys can't sit down and have a meal together? Mm-hmm. Or as parents, you kind of do the thing where you go, I told you we have to be home at X at this time, and if you're not, and I need to back off sometimes on that where I'm like, we are eating together as a family. I'm like, it's just not reasonable to ask that everybody be hungry at that exact time in that exact spot. Little kids, I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sunday's getting together, and it has nothing to do with the food itself. It only has to do with the fact that we're just all hanging out. And so if we can do that in a different space inside the home, or we make a schedule to all be there. We rented the new Michael Jackson movie last night. And
you don't need food for that.
Well, we definitely ate a ton of popcorn and candy, which is also alternative dinner.
How do you do
dinner.
popcorn when you're doing a movie at home? How do you do popcorn? Do you do microwave?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Microwave popcorn's good. Problem is quantity.
You do have to do 38 bags during the movie.
But then what do the kids eat?
What's funny is that I have to just grit my teeth and go, hope everybody's having a great time, and then have to see all the kernels like around the couch, and I'm like, and I just have to go, it's okay.
That's fine.
Kernels get vacuumed up.
Because this is one of the things that I love about going to the movie theater is that big. I get the extra large thing of popcorn.
And putting your hand in the tub and then having a few of them spill out over the edge, and you don't think about it.
I call it popcorn for dinner.
Although, hold on a minute. Are you the guy that cleans up the popcorn after you're done? You're like, I don't really spill popcorn.
We clean up our stuff. I don't get under the seat and clean up the kernels.
Like we don't make a bomb go off, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm not going to take away this 15-year-old's job from him, who's standing there hovering, waiting with the broom as soon as I'm out of the seat to go sweep up the rest of that popcorn.
Yeah, no.
I don't stare him in the eyes and dump it.
Let him enjoy the dignity of work. So this food divorce. This food divorce. It has pros and cons in terms of impact on relationships. So the pros of handling your food separately is you can eliminate arguments over menu choices.
Yeah.
You can accommodate strict health routines, and you save time on compromise. So if you and your partner, if you and your spouse are kind of on different health tracks or dietary things, it's easier to kind of fend for yourself.
So let me get this straight. The new couple in 2026 eats totally different on totally different schedules, totally different things, totally different meals, plan everything separate from one another. They might
it's
not
a
even
growing
eat at the same
trend.
time.
Yeah. Now the cons,
but the same couple also has two primary suites. They don't even sleep in the same bed. Is that the new thing we're doing? Because that is a huge trend too. That's been going on for a while.
And it's because of sleep apnea. I think we all know why.
The snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
So this is all men's thing.
Really, it's about
the wife is like, I can't stand to watch him slop up that chili.
Can you believe
and
that
get
any man gets married? Can you just? I mean, that's why we maintain the patriarchy. Is what are we going to do if that? What are men going to do if that goes away?
I got nothing. People are going to find out that I slop up the spaghetti and that I've got sleep apnea and I can't breathe at night. Oh no, we sleep in separate beds so that we can have.
They're going to find out that men are worse students than women. We're worse employees than women.
We prioritize our sleep schedules together.
We snore. All right. The cons on the relationship, though. Cons on the relationship is it removes a natural daily ritual for communication. Kind of what you talked about there is because you lose that opportunity to come together as a couple or as a family. And that can reduce emotional intimacy if you're not careful. And it can introduce distance in your relationship. So I think what you said was smart, though. If you're not going to meet together for dinner as a family, which you guys are about to lose that option because once school starts, you're going in every direction.
Yeah.
Then you got to have other opportunities to come together.
You got to sleep you got to sleep in separate rooms.
You got to rent the Michael Jackson movie together.
That's it. Yeah. Well, and they're watching it, and I'm like, see, I'm a way better dad than Joseph Jackson was, you guys. Look at this guy. Oof. You want Joseph Jackson as your dad? I didn't think so.
Is that how you...
Who wants candy?
Is that how you watch movies? So I'm a pretty good dad, right? Someone tell me I'm a good dad.
Who knows about Joseph Jackson? Come on. The way he treated Michael? Come on.
Would it mean that we're rich?
I mean, yeah, but who wants more candy? Anybody? All right. Miller.
So there you go. It's called the food divorce, and apparently it's a growing thing.
Do you guys eat really separate things? Like, if you're like my wife and I, we don't eat at the same time because we just kind of sneak in whatever we can.
Yeah, that's very often the case with us.
And our hangout is at night, like post all of the kids going to bed, and that's when we're able to kind of decompress and go, hey, how you doing? You know, like,
Yeah.
what's everything okay? You know, because we don't get to, we are in our own home, ships in the night. You know what I mean? Inside the own home, walking past each other to go help this kid go to sleep while this one's helping this one go to sleep. We have to tag team the whole sleep situation. So, all right, we're going to come back. Hey, when we return, we've got another edition of our comment section dinner theater we want to try out. We've got some music for you to hear underneath it, but we have a story for you that has to do with how people are changing their fast food habits, because what used to work for some companies doesn't work anymore. We'll tell you about that, and then we're going to, of course, jump into the comment section to see how smart all the KSL.com commenters are. Stay right here with us. More to go. KSL Brightside.
2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Becky Bruce. KSL's top local story this hour. Salt Lakers have the last chance tonight to speak for or against a proposed $13.5 million tax increase. Utah Taxpayers Association President Billy Hesterman tells Inside Sources the biggest line item in the city's request is for capital improvement projects.
They want to do some improvements at their parks, replace some facilities, or renew some of the facilities they have, do a water line restoration at Washington Park, or Sugar House Park, work on their trails and the Jordan Park sewer improvements.
He says Granite School District may also raise property taxes for the fourth year in a row. They'll hold their own Truth in Taxation meeting tonight as well. An Iron County trooper has been placed on administrative leave and amid an investigation into misconduct allegations. It's unclear what those accusations are, but Utah Highway Patrol says they take the investigation seriously and will not release comment until it is complete. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Americans' credit card debt totals continue to rise.
The Federal Reserve Bank of New York says collectively Americans put $21 billion more on their credit cards in the second quarter of this year, totaling a whopping $1.26 trillion, just shy of an all-time credit card debt level set in the fourth quarter of last year. Rising prices for gas and groceries clearly pinching our pockets. The percentage of credit card balances that were more than 90 days delinquent jumped from just over 7% in 2022 to almost 13% this year. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Your money at this moment. The Dow ends the day down about 1/3%. S&P 500 also down about 1/3. NASDAQ down about 2/3%. Coming up, cooler days are ahead. KSL weather is next. KSL News Time, 2:32.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
The truck just arrived at Gillette Services, and so did the savings. Gillette has a load of new Carrier air conditioners for an amazing price. Get a new Carrier air conditioner starting at just $34.95. That's $1,500 off while inventory lasts. Save big with a trusted family-owned company and enjoy expert installation from Utah's largest Carrier dealer and 8-time President's Choice Award winner. Call 385-273-6628 or visit GilletteServices.com before these truckload savings are gone.
Carrier, turn to the experts. A Carrier factory authorized dealer.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
1-877 Cars for Kids.
to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Traffic and weather together brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Cormac Bone.
Northbound I-15 slow from the point of the mountain up to Bangerter Highway. This is due to a crash at the off-ramp from North 15 to go east on Bangerter Highway. The semi-truck blocking looks like 3 right lanes right now, so only 1 lane getting through on that off-ramp. That's why it's a little slow there. And then in Davis County, we have a city street crash getting off of I-15 at Layton and Hillfield Road, mostly affecting southbound Main Street in that intersection, but they are blocking multiple lanes, both directions of Hillfield Road and Main Street. And then South 15, a little slow in the construction zone in Roy, approaching 5600 South. I'm Cormac Bone in the KSL Traffic Center.
We have possible thunderstorms today and tomorrow, highs in the mid to upper 90s. Thursday and Friday, you still have that chance for storms, but it'll be cooler with highs in the low 80s. Right now, mostly cloudy and 93 degrees. I'm Becky Bruce from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com, we're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Curie, and we're going to roll out our second edition of the KSL Brightside's KSL Comment Boards Dinner Theater. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to introduce the story, then play the
tell them
the
a little
intro?
bit. I think tell them a little bit. We rolled this story out during the stream, and you can always join our stream, by the way, from noon to 1. It's on YouTube, the KSL Brightside YouTube channel. Throw a subscription on there as well. When you subscribe to it, you enter yourself into the possibility of maybe winning a Brightside T-shirt one day. All right.
Someday.
Which we just had some made.
We had a limited edition run.
I think but here's the thing. My idea initially of just writing Brightside in Sharpie on a T-shirt got overruled, and we have actual T-shirts that we made. So
well, they're
good.
less smelly than writing Brightside with a Sharpie on a T-shirt.
So,
all right, let's do this. I'll roll out the story, then
Yes.
we'll do the intro,
Okay, perfect.
So the story, you can find this at KSL.com. The headline is this: for McDonald's and rivals, cheap deals no longer do the trick. And what the story does is it analyzes the performance of some of the top, more kind of budget-friendly fast food restaurants, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, and it looks at the fact that, well, whereas in the past, stores like McDonald's could just drop prices, offer a few deals, and reap a windfall in economic times like ours, they're actually also needing to add in not just discounts, but also new menu items. And that restaurants like Taco Bell, who have been able to do both, reduce some prices on some menu items and then add in extra menu items, are able to get people through the door and also get them to pay a little bit more to try something new, even though they came in for budget reasons to get something kind of cheap. So this is the analysis, and you can see this, though, in the performance. All these are publicly traded companies, so we get to see a lot of their financials. And we do know that over the last couple of months, Taco Bell and Burger King have been dramatically outperforming McDonald's, who McDonald's has been offering some great deals, but not the newer menu items, not the newer promotions that some of the other ones are. So that's the story. Now we're going to see what the comment boards say about it in our KSL Comment Board Movie Theater.
When message boards get way out of hand, or you just need some spicy drama in your life, this is Comment Section Dinner Theater.
All these comments, by the way, are ripped straight from KSL.com.
Oh, we're gonna go through them one at a time. By the way, we got a text from Steve. He says it's a cloudburst at 94th South and Bangerter Highway. You can hardly see the road.
Oh, I can't. You know what?
So get
That's
ready for
crazy,
that.
but also I kind of like those. You know what I mean? Like those
hate
little
them.
monsters.
I do not like them at all. I do not like them.
Rain.
Dislike.
During a drought?
Dislike.
Okay. All right. Just
Thumbs
making
down,
sure I got
dislike.
you down. Make
Would
sure I
not
got you down
recommend.
for. Just
It's
trying
a
to make-
personal thing.
Just trying to make sure I got you down for doesn't like
personal.
water during a drought. Perfect.
It's just a personal thing. So watch out for that. Stay safe out there. Thanks for the heads up, Steve.
This sounds like something like do you remember on Good Will Hunting when he's like, it's not your fault? Yeah, no, I know. Ethan,
All
it's
right.
not your fault. I don't know
I know.
what rainstorm hurt you, but you're going to be okay. All right?
All right. So the headline is for McDonald's and rivals, cheap deals no longer do the trick. Here we go with the comment boards.
Wait. Mine just blitzed away here for just a second. Okay.
We'll turn that music up a little bit. I'll read the first comment.
Corey's got the music over there. She's going to hook us up with something like a little bit oh, yeah, there we go. See, now we're talking here. We're supposed to...
Do you want me to just get started?
Yes, you go ahead and get things going.
Deals used to be good now. Now the best they offer is $1 off something that costs $5 too much.
Oh, yeah. No. Welcome to Trump's America, Ethan.
Hey!
It took 2 comments to
We
get
got
in.
our first political
Took
comment.
Took 2 in there. Yeah.
Right off the bat. Coffee, yeah. And that burger in the photo looks about as appetizing, not as a Trump domestic foreign policy decision.
I went to lunch with a friend yesterday. The 2 small sandwiches and drinks, $33. We were there from 11:30 to 2. They had 6 customers. Food was great, but who can afford to eat out anymore?
They were there for 2.5 hours.
Not at McDonald's, right?
Can't. Not
Ethan,
possible.
you're getting off topic here. You can only talk with the
No
comment
one is
section.
saying not to make a profit, but we are a capitalism society. McDonald's ticked me off the day for terrible service, non-English speaking employees, and a screen to order from I could barely figure out, and I will never go back.
Yeah, you should.
By the way, we're reading these warts and all.
Oh yeah.
We're
With
reading
all the
these-
bad syntax and grammar, it's no problem.
We're just reading them.
Ethan, you should have known better. It's no secret that McDonald's is a horrible choice.
Workers aren't setting the prices or controlling the quality.
Hey, this is not Trump. It is greed. All right? Since you brought it up, prices were high under Biden, but this is a service issue. I'm all for paying a good price for a good meal. But when you can't communicate with workers because of the language barrier, they're using screens to order that don't work. It's like McDonald's is a great meal, but it's not like McDonald's is a great meal, but we're on the road and everybody's starving. This is what America now is. Get rid of workers, pay cheap foreign labor to the ones that have to try and use technology other than people.
Okay, both parties are responsible here, but this is mostly Trump. His tariffs and inflation have caused this. Prices are way higher now than they ever were under Biden. And remember, Biden inherited the worst economy since the Great Recession because of Trump's bungled COVID response. I'm not defending Sleepy Joe. He wasn't my choice, but most of this inflation is all
Coffee food inflation up 11.2% in 2022. Now Blue State's mandating $25 minimum wage in California and $30 in New York. Wisconsin DSA candidate proposes $20 minimum wage. So don't try to put that on Trump. Democrats like you ask and get nothing for their votes. Absolutely nothing. Very sad. They threw in a very sad at the end.
Never mind the fact everything increased by 30% or more under the last guy and have since leveled off substantially. I guess facts don't matter.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to big government. Big food prices from a do-nothing Congress. Sorry, a do-noting Congress. Millard, these are so long. Go to some short ones here that are just that aren't cussing.
What are
at
these
you.
dissertations?
I don't know who has time to write all these.
Well, who has time to read them?
Hey, by the way, if you're wondering if Ethan is just pontificating about Donald Trump suddenly, we are just 100% reading the comment section at KSL.com about a McDonald's and pricing and using screens to order story.
Yeah,
So there
it
you go.
is for McDonald's and rivals, cheap deals no longer do the trick. That is the headline we're reading from. All right, here. No, I found some.
What do you have?
Okay. I'm skipping down to Glen A because these are just college.
I got you. Yeah, no, I got you.
These are just people.
No,
just
I love it.
pontificating.
I love it.
All right. Everyone's up in price, which makes eating out frustrating. The value deals are okay. There's nothing worse to me than the direction Five Guys has gone with their pricing. That's a place you could easily spend $45 between 2 people for essentially 2 hamburger combo meals. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. The food is?
Really good burgers.
Yeah.
I can do Five Guys all day.
Pushing prices up while pushing quality down. Hard pass on Five Guys these days. They're a greasier version of an In-N-Out at 2 times the price.
I'd still be visiting McDonald's if they still offered any good deals. Those all dried up in the past 6 months. So they say that people were tired of deals, but were they really?
I wouldn't know. Last time I went to McDonald's was in the early 1990s. Oh, Lord British. Good comment. Oh, I do love when somebody rolls in and goes, sorry, I didn't know what you guys were talking about because I've never been to a fast food restaurant. I'm a vegetarian.
Does Taco Bell's increased sales happen in states where pot was legalized? That makes sense. Finally, someone's back on topic. Finally, we get a comment that brings us back
the
on
problem is they're still way overpriced even with the discounts, and the food is still terrible. They need to make some better food or make it way cheaper. I'll take crappy food, just make it cheap.
They need to do both and add humans into the equation again. I miss the old, cozy McDonald's. With all their characters and cookies, too. Now they're all these cold, fancy, schmancy seeming places with no warmth. Also miss when they cooked their fries in beef tallow and when the milkshakes tasted good. How long ago was it that they cooked in beef?
Beef tallow? I don't know.
That must have been years ago.
But then we're back again. Just like the left, nonstop Trump talk with no ideas. Don't do the trick anymore.
Yep. Yeah, you're the only one mentioning Trump here.
Big wave just mentioning Trump first. That's all. I'm surprised Craig didn't make it.
I love how they know each other.
I know. Where's Craig?
Suddenly Americans can't even afford fast food under Trump, and you want to blame a lack of ideas from the left. Surprised you didn't bring up Biden. See, we're right back to politics again.
Ethan, I think this is a good one to wrap it up with right here.
Okay.
Let's see how Taco Bell does this quarter after this explosive summer. Hey!
He did it.
Ba-boom! And scene. All right, we'll take the break here. We'll come back. We have our AI question of the day coming up. You don't want to miss any of it, so stay here. KSL Brightside, continue.
Your best years aren't behind you. They're right here at Trio South Ogden. Discover independent living services that embrace aging as an opportunity to lean in, not step back. To pursue passions, not retire from purpose. Here, life is bright, colorful, and unapologetically fun. Move in, thrive on, because aging doesn't mean changing who you are. It means having more time to be exactly who you are. Schedule your tour today at trioSouthOgden.com.
Ready to win big this week? Head to KSL.com/win and enter for your chance to score some amazing prizes. You could win tickets to see the Utah Royals or Real Salt Lake, catch the Disney Worlds Collide concert tour, or rock out at Aerofest featuring Styx and Chicago at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. That's just the start. There are even more great prizes up for grabs. Enter today at KSL.com/win. And good luck.
Murphy's Law says that if your air conditioner is going to break down this summer, it's going to be when you least expect it and at the worst possible time. And for a lot of homeowners, the fear isn't just the breakdown. It's worrying about what happens next. Is this going to cost a fortune? Am I going to be pressured into replacing it? Can somebody just help me figure out what's wrong? At Any Hour Services, that's exactly what we're here for. Maybe your system just needs maintenance to help prevent breakdowns before they happen. Maybe a part failed and a simple repair gets you back up and running quickly. Or maybe your system's getting older, repairs are adding up, and you think replacing it makes more sense. Whatever the situation, we'll walk you through your options, answer your questions, and make sure you have the information you need to make the decision that's right for your home and your budget. Maintenance, repair, or replacement, you choose what's right for you. That's how Any Hour Services works. Options, not pressure. Call Any Hour Services next time you need help with your air conditioner. Google Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes that fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is Andy Farnsworth with One Kind Act a Day's Minute of Kindness, brought to you by the Semnani Family Foundation. Local news recently reported on volunteers at Utah State University's Botanical Center in Kaysville. They gardened for 40 hours of extensive work to become a master gardener, helping bring those gardens to life. Master gardeners are on site Tuesdays and Thursdays to answer any questions one might have. Because of these essential volunteers, the garden can grow and thrive into a beautiful and wonderful living activity for community members to enjoy. What is an act that you can give to your community? Get some ideas and learn more about the power of kindness at thepowerofkind.org. That's thepowerofkind.org.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to KSL Brightside. Wrapping it up. This is our last segment of the day. So, yeah, then we pass it off to the afternoon news. So hopefully, hopefully you guys are enjoying it and you have a great afternoon and that everyone stays cool out there. And by cool, I mean calm. Out on the roads, because I'm about to join you on the road. So I'm just, I'm a careful driver. I don't like people making dramatic moves around me. I'm becoming an old man. I'm becoming an old man driver.
No, you sound like a cat. I don't like people making sudden moves around me. Jeez, man.
So everyone stay cool. Alex, did you see, and maybe if you see flags flying at half staff, it started today in honor of the firefighter pilots killed in the helicopter crash, which was last week.
Yeah, it was last Friday. It was during our show.
It was during our show that we first got news. Chris Anderson of State Line, Nevada, and Miles Elliott of Porterville, California were killed when their Sky Crane helicopter crashed while fighting the wildfire down there in central Utah. And so the state of Utah has ordered American flags and Utah flags in the state to be lowered to half staff from now until sunset on the day of the last internment. And I don't think we know exactly when that'll be. I would imagine it wouldn't be till this weekend sometime at the earliest. So we'll see flags flying at half staff for this week at least. And if you're wondering why, that's why. It's to honor those two firefighters.
I wasn't laughing at that story, obviously.
I'm just going to assume you weren't. Yeah,
I'm doing our AI question of the
day.
day. I'm doing our AI question of the day on top of all of this, and I want to bring something up that you and I brought up earlier in our stream.
Okay.
And Corey, we got to do it. We got to hit the old AI question of the day here because I've got to get it.
When Google just isn't enough and thinking for yourself is just too hard, here's your AI question of the day.
All right, so you and I had a discussion about tipping during our stream today, and it was a video surfaced of a guy and his wife who were at the Salt Lake International Airport Shake Shack.
Yep.
And they noticed at the very least, a strange glitch. At the very worst, they noticed
a nefarious plot,
some kind of conspiracy plot on the side of Shake Shack. And they went through the whole thing on its own. So it wasn't like they
videotaped it.
This wasn't word of mouth. They videotaped something. They go, the guy said, my wife insisted if you choose items at this Shake Shack here at Salt Lake International Airport, and you choose a tip at the end and you go.
And you decline the tip.
The first thing is if you do the tip, you get to the pay screen and everything's honky-dory, as we say. What was that term, by the way?
Hunky-dory. Yep.
Nobody knew. But he said, my wife pointed out to me that if you don't tip, the price actually changes. They'll increase what you're paying. And he's like, I want to test it. He went through, and sure enough, it was like, oops, looks like some items just changed price. And when he selected no tip.
And each item increased by 50%.
50 cents.
I'm sorry, 50 cents.
50 cents.
50 cents.
So the 3 items they bought, suddenly it was an extra $1.50.
Yeah.
Right? Which is essentially the built-in 15% tip or 20% tip or whatever it was on those things. And they're like,
crazy.
Nice, thanks, don't go here. That was what the guy said in the video. Now, Shake Shack has since declined that this is their practice.
They said
it's a kiosk that malfunctioned.
Yeah, they said this is not what they do. They say they fixed it, and we'll take their word for it. Because if they didn't, someone's going to find out, and we'll all learn. But I think they probably are correct.
Okay, so you and I had this discussion because both you and I hate the pushiness that it's turned into with the go ahead and answer the question that's on the tablet in front of you on the fast service tip. Now, again, that's at a kiosk. By the way, who would put a tip in on the kiosk? A kiosk. You haven't interacted with a human.
Yeah.
And so asking for a tip is gutsy. Is very gutsy by a company.
But you have to. You have to do it.
But see, this is what I was saying. You and I were both going, it is a risky thing because you and I grew up in the 90s when all we ever heard about was fast food workers tampering with food. I feel like that's every other story we dealt with was fast food workers tampering with food. And so you and I, it's scared into our brains with it.
You never mess with people who prepare your food out of your sight. So
is messing with them not tipping them at the kiosk,
if you this is what I think is the safest and most prudent thing to do, is if you have custody of your food, or if you can see your food, if you have eyeballs on it, then you can decline the tip if you want. If you do not have your food yet and you still don't see the food, don't decline the tip because you don't know what's going to happen.
So you're paying a ransom.
Yes.
You're paying an extortion fee. I was saying this is like, again, this is the kind of thing you heard about. They're like, dude, and my cousin, he almost got a speeding ticket in Mexico, but he bribed the guy.
This is like the police officer saying, if you want, we can take care of this right now.
Right. You're suddenly in a third world country when you're going through the drive-through at fill in the blank soda shop because they go,
basically,
you want to go ahead and hand me a tip? Answer the question on the screen.
They turn the screen around and they basically say, I'd hate for something bad to happen to your food. That's what it is. So what's the AI question?
Give me back my drink. Mel Gibson screaming into the phone because he's being held, his food's being held ransom. Okay, so I asked the AI question. So bottom line is all of that hullabaloo is to say, I asked AI this question. I said, how am I supposed to handle this? And our producer, Caitlin, who is, I've kind of determined that Caitlin Johnston is a little bit of a human AI. Like, she will give you kind of a very matter-of-fact, like, hey, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
But it's when you've asked AI to be just straightforward and don't sugarcoat it.
She has a producer's mind for sure.
And she told us during the whole thing, she was like, why don't you just press no tip? And you and I both had the same reaction. You're like, I want to eat in peace, man.
Yeah.
But she and AI gave the exact same answer because I asked. I said, what happens, how do I handle this with these service counters that are just a tablet that are asking me to tip? I don't want to pay the tip. That's what I said. I don't want to pay the tip.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about places where you order at the counter, grab your own food and drink, and there's no table service, it's completely reasonable to choose a $0 tip if that's what you want. The awkward part is the social pressure from the giant tablet. And they pointed it out. It's just right.
So, but you got to ask them. Ask them, what if I'm afraid that they're going to mess with the food?
I got, buddy,
you did this.
You and I work together.
All right, you're right.
Yeah. We're like an old married couple. And it says, just tap no tip and don't worry about it anymore, which is what Caitlin said, by the way. What does she know? What is she, AI?
It's irrational.
Man up.
Man up. She says man up.
The food or drink is probably already made at that point, to be honest.
Okay.
Best case scenario, yeah.
Yeah. Look for custom tip, stare the worker straight in the face, and press 0.
That's what AI said?
Yes, and it was
That's
like,
gutsy.
The screen's facing you. Take your time. Don't let the employee's reaction influence you. Okay. And I said, all right. It said $0 is perfectly defensible in a counter service situation.
Yes, it's true.
Okay. And I thought that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, but how can I feel good about not getting my food spat in?
Yeah.
All right.
Correct. The real issue.
And then here's what it said, and it frightened me. The honest answer, you can't get a 100% guarantee. Yeah. That did not help my psyche.
No.
All right? But you also shouldn't feel like you need to tip out of fear of retaliation. Don't live in fear, Ethan. That's basically what it is.
But tipping helps me not live in fear.
I know. I'm paying for peace of mind. I told you it's $1.50 just so I don't have to feel weird. Food tampering is extremely rare. Oh, boy.
Is
Here
it?
we
Okay,
go.
all right, fine. If you
Here
say
we
so.
go. Employees know that there are cameras, coworkers, managers, and serious consequences. A no-tip choice isn't personal. Don't announce it or justify it. Just select no tip and move on. If someone becomes visibly hostile because you didn't tip, that's a different situation. You can simply leave and choose another restaurant next time.
But these are really rational things, but they require a lot of courage. I'm not a man of great courage.
Not